join us.
May the 4th be with you.
T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk Live Stream.
Welcome to Arcade Wars.
Welcome everybody to the Thursday night edition of Arcade Talk. Hope you're having a great week. Hopefully you sit back and relax and listen to what we have to say tonight. Let's get Pub Brad on here. Pub Brad.
What's happening?
Mic check working.
Is it working? Good.
Hey, wait a second. Where you at, Pub Brad? Where you at?
I'm at.
You're in another room over there.
I'm in another room. I'm in my second room.
It looks pretty nice in there.
I'm working on it. This is where I have my pinball set up, my streaming set up for pinball. This is where I have all my cameras right now.
Uh-oh. There's somebody
Steve
behind
McCluskey.
you.
I know. He's got an eye on me.
You got two people back.
Three cameras.
Three?
On the pinball machine alone and two microphones.
Oh, three. Yep.
It's nuts.
You want to show that off or not?
Nah, I don't have it ready because I'd take the main camera off to do the stream. So
so you just got
I'm working on it. Now. Yeah. It'll be missing something. But so anyway, man, it's been a crazy week. Been exciting.
Crazy and exciting, right?
I know, it's awesome. Stuff to look forward to.
Some stuff to look forward to. Yes, we do. I just see Atari dropped something there too.
Did Atari drop something? I haven't been paying attention to the news. You're gonna have to fill me in.
Well, you're paying attention to My Arcade, I know that.
I've been paying attention to My Arcade and Poosh. Have you ever heard of Poosh?
Not until you did that stream the other night.
Yeah, Poosh is fantastic, man. Poosh is the hot new jam, man. We're all playing Poosh.
Hey, don't push dog. They always say don't poke the bear in that. Don't push the bear.
Don't push the bear.
How's your week going?
Going good. I had 39 parent conferences today. 39.
Oh,
how's that sound? Does it sound like fun? 39.
No.
Yeah. But I had a great day. It was fun. I mean, I got to meet a lot of cool parents. It was a pretty good experience.
Oh, that's good. Man, that's a lot though, man. 39. That took up your
39
day, huh?
It was all day long.
Yeah, wow.
But it was good. Got a lot of cool people here today.
Who got in chat, Pub Brad?
And we got High Scores on Tap. We got Mikey J Production. We got Nix. Yoo-hoo! Nix is a big time pusher. He's pushing.
He's pushing the bear.
He's pushing, man. He's pushing. He's way. You see his high score. I think is he 32nd in the world. Have you moved up at all, Nix? Have you moved up in the world rating? Got Biggie D's Arcade.
Marine 50. What's up, Biggie D?
50. Got Jason, Lil Alien, our favorite moderator. He knows what to do if anyone comes in the chat. He's going to help keep our channel clean.
The Carl O.
Everyone, welcome to the show.
And I think that's about it right now.
Ranked 32nd, correct as of today in the world push ratings. Dude, this game's addictive. Like, I thought I'd play it for like 5 minutes. Next thing I know, it's 2 hours. It is super addictive. It is a one-button arcade-style game.
Yeah, that's what you're
One
saying.
button.
So you just click up, I guess, or like
You
up
just
or
when it-
sideways.
you click when you activate. You just have to watch it. It's crazy. It's got the best music. It's just so chill too. But
Yeah, I
it is
watched your
exciting.
gameplay on there. It looks at first it looks pretty easy, man, and then it gets freaking gets hard.
Yeah.
You start
I
moving
don't.
quicker. Where'd you play it at on? Was that on?
I played it on Steam. I have it on Steam.
Yeah,
So I streamed it off of Steam.
You said it wasn't very much money either.
It's like $4.99.
Yeah,
They have a
$5.
pack with like a bunch of this guy's games for like $7.99. It comes with a bunch of his other games too.
Yeah,
So you can either buy it by itself or you can buy the little pack and it has a bunch of his other games that he made. So, but I've been really enjoying it. I have to say it's the last 2 months have been full of pleasant surprises. First, the Game Station Pro, which was way better than I ever expected it could be. Now Poosh. And I figured out how I can stream my pinball and show it and let everyone see what it's going to look like, which was a little stressful, but it's ready now. I'm ready, T. McCloskey. I'm ready, Atgames. I'm ready. I'm all cameraed up, mic'd up, cameraed up.
You can handle the push.
I can handle it, man. I'm ready.
You're ready. And now you just got to get the 4K pinball.
That's all I need now.
That's all you need. You'll be all set to go. Hopefully soon. Pop Brad.
Hopefully soon.
And I guess we'll see what happens like next week. But January 19th, I think, is supposed to be the date that they're going to invoice us for the 4K if everything's going on schedule.
Yeah.
These invoicing this on the 19th. So if we get invoiced on the 19th, Pop Brad, we know we're still on schedule.
We're right on schedule. Yeah.
It's next Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday is the 19th. So a week from tomorrow, actually. So we're getting there.
It's exciting, It's exciting, 4K pinball, mass produced into the masses. I mean, at an affordable price. It's pretty awesome. I can't wait. I mean, I'm stoked.
Yeah,
if I said anything other than I'm stoked, I would be lying. I mean, I'm excited to check this out.
I'm so excited. Be my first Atgames pinball, so I'm so excited for it. And I guess Atgames must have some 4K pinballs in Papa Brad because we got some pictures, coming out of the toppers and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And the one looked like
pictures to share.
Yeah, we got some. They're not the best in the world, but they got that one there. The Dinosaur Dynasty. They just didn't take very good pictures. You got this one here. I'll show some. It's
like a side view, huh?
That's the Addams Family one, yeah. Because the one they show, I tried to get some more pictures, but they weren't cooperating. So, and the other one they had is this one here on Facebook. It just,
it won't be long, and we'll. What I don't get with that picture is why didn't they like turn off the lights so we could see the glow? It's like a fully well lit room. It's like
you can see it's lit up.
It kind of defeats the purpose of it seeing it lit up. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's still good. It's going to look good.
See, I was surprised that they completely changed the box because back here this used to be wood, right? So they actually put up whole piece.
Like
I imagine the wood's still back there.
I guess it's like almost like a sign, like a sign,
like a box. Yes, like a sign box. And I think the wood is
light it.
Yeah, I think the whole thing's connected to the wood in the back still. You can still see the brace down there.
That's interesting.
So they actually put a whole box on there, almost like a marquee box. Kind of what it looks like. Yeah, they got the Dinosaur Dynasty in the dark, but not the Addams Family. I'm not sure why they didn't do.
Looks good. It doesn't look washed out from that picture.
No, they look pretty good.
Looks like it's lit okay. The biggest thing with when you do is you don't want it to look washed out. Yeah,
and that definitely doesn't look washed out. And that is lit up.
That does not look washed out.
No, that is lit up. You just can't tell it's lit up because it's too light in there. But you can definitely tell this is an office because you got a map in the background. So this is definitely in somebody's office. So they're definitely at some kind of Atgames office somewhere. So
yeah, it looks good.
So they definitely have shipped or something because they got these pictures from somewhere. There ain't no factory because the factory's not gonna have a map in the back. But
yeah,
so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see what they look. When we get them, like you said.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah. Won't
the-
won't be
the-
long, and you'll get to see them. Everyone on YouTube. They're going to be all
Yeah.
over YouTube as soon as someone gets one.
here's the dinosaur. This one's pretty good. It doesn't really look
Yeah,
faded at all.
yeah. It doesn't look washed out. It doesn't look bad.
Mm-mm. And Ray said he's not sure about the marquee. And you see, there's a piece of plastic over that marquee. The back glass too. I'd like the back.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
really not a marquee. But
I think it's going to look good.
Ray said, I'm not sure about that marquee. I think it's going to be all right, especially when it's lit up. I think it's going to look good.
Yeah, I mean, originally weren't even lit up at all. They were not lit. So I think it's going to be cool that we're getting them lit.
Marine 50, yeah, you were right. Did they change the dinosaur one? I thought it was more square before.
Go back to it.
It was square, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did. They rounded it off a little bit, huh?
Yeah, they cut out like the mountain and they cut out
Yeah.
the T-Rex. I kind of like this a little better.
Yeah, it
Because
looks
it's
cool.
like cutting around the T-Rex and the mountain in the back.
Uh,
I kind of like it better than it being squared off. What about you?
I like it better. It does look better.
Yeah, Ray says we're lucky to get them lit. Yep. Yeah, because once again, that was a last minute change. I mean, as you see, they completely changed that topper again, Pop Right. It's not just acrylic like they had before. They actually put a whole box on there, so that couldn't have been cheap fix, unless they did it before they were in production. Jurassic Dynasty. Hope they change the Star Trek one a little. Have the Enterprise breaking out. Yeah, they might. They might. Since they did it to this one, they might. Because those were just renderings. What are you cracking open over there?
No, nothing. I'm not cracking. I'm definitely not drinking anything on stream.
You're cracking.
Drinking anything on stream.
Yeah, I like that a lot better. Yeah, it looks. I think it looks a lot better for Dinosaur Dynasty. So there's
looks good.
That's the toppers, guys. Yeah, I wish they had
the pictures of the toppers. Yeah, I would like to see the Addams family in the dark, but it won't be long.
Yeah. I think I did hear that Atgames is going to next couple of days bring out some more pictures.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
And stuff,
as they're getting them in, and they're getting them the actual production units.
Yeah, I wonder where they're gonna, because they did. I wonder if I don't know. Wonder where they're at. They're somewhere in Atgames corporate offices somewhere. I wonder where.
Yeah.
If they're in the United States or if they're somewhere else. I know they have 3 different offices around the world. If you go up their one website, I think there's 3. Racist cheers. Toppers look great. I agree.
Yeah. I think they're gonna look nice. I mean, when you see that in your room, when you're in your arcade and it's dark, it's gonna look nice.
Yeah, and then marquee, or the old marquee, that is not lit up anymore. It's just part of the back box.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, just keep the lights off of that completely.
Yep.
It looks good. It's going to look great. I mean, when you're playing that pinball in a dark room, it's going to look nice.
Yeah, I mean, with that topper all lit up, it's going to look pretty cool. Not like I'm surprised it's actually like a marquee box that they put up there, and not just put a light behind the acrylic.
Yeah, yeah. I think that topper really goes perfect with Haunted House, the Gottlieb table too. That's going to be on the machine that you're going to get.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I think it's really a perfect theme if for that table as well. It just kind of goes with it.
Yep. Even like kind of like spooky too. I mean,
yeah, some of the spooky tables.
Yeah. Zen, one thing I have not heard, Pub Brad, I don't think Wagner has. There has been no update on the Addams family table.
Yeah. I wish we would have seen some footage by now. It's getting close,
I know. That's the only thing that makes me nervous is the Addams family, if it's completely fixed or not. I don't want to hear like, you got to do an update after 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll probably have to. A lot of times when you get something new, you have to update the firmware.
Which that's fine. I mean, if it's right away, that's great. But
like the Game Station Pro already had a firmware update. The 2600 Plus had a firmware update. It's usually just to make it better. You know what I mean? I mean, they work on these things. Right now they're in full swing. They're perfecting these products. So they're going to do some firmware updates. System updates are going to be. I would expect that within the first couple months.
Yeah, I just want Addams family to work right out of the box, or even if it's,
I do too. Absolutely.
even if it's after a firmware update when you first set it up. If that's okay
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I just don't want to have any stuttering or lag. I mean, I just want it to be
Yeah.
smooth. You know, that's
We
going to be the
agree.
most important thing, you know?
Because that's going to be what everybody's going to criticize. All the other tables could work great. 146 tables could work great, but one doesn't.
That Adams
We're
family
gonna click
doesn't
on
look
that.
great, man. There's going to be there's going to be hell to pay. I mean, there's going to be hell to pay. Yeah, because the whole pinball's themed around it, you know? I mean, they need to nail it. They need to knock it out of the park and have it running smooth.
Even though Arcade 1-Up had, what was it? Which a cabinet where you couldn't even play the
Attack from Mars was pretty bad.
What
I owned that one.
There's one arcade cabinet they had you couldn't even play online, the feature game. Which one was that?
Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Yeah,
It didn't have online.
right out the box.
That game I owned that arcade 1-Up too. That was a train wreck. That whole product was a train wreck. I mean, it didn't even run right. It didn't even run right. I mean, it's sad when, you know, your 1999 Dreamcast is blowing it out of the water, and it's like, you know, you're in the 2000, you know, we're current day, you know?
Yep.
It's like, you know what I'm a fan of, T. McCloskey? Good emulation. Good emulation.
Yeah. Good emulation.
Just make it good. Just make it good. Even, you know, less games that run perfectly is, I mean, I just want to have good emulation. You know, make sure the games are running right. And you're right. The Adams family running right is very important.
Yes.
I would say it's probably one of the top factors because that's the first Zen table that they're bringing to it. One of the first that'll be available, right?
Yeah,
we don't even know. We don't even know what Zen tables are available at launch besides Adams family. We know Adams family will have to be.
Yeah, at launch, yeah, it might just
because it's going to be packed
family
on the machine, you know. But I mean, would it surprise you if there was a update right away to update Adams family? It wouldn't surprise me really, because you know they're going to be working on that.
That's fine with me. Yeah, it's fine if
Yeah.
it's right away. You know, 2 weeks later would be not fine. They should have waited. If it's like a 2 week or a week wait,
Yeah.
then I would say, damn, I wish you would have waited. But if it's right away, I'm fine with that. You know, I'm fine with an update like that because it doesn't really affect you if you get it right out of the box.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, kind of expect something like that. You
Yeah.
know, like the Atari CES.
If they can get Adams family running smooth too, I mean, they're going to be able to get a lot of them running smooth because
If they
once
get
you
that
have
one,
once you
them
have
all.
that first one and you got it nailed in and you got it running good, I think, you know, it's less optimization to do the from there on. They have a good head start, you know.
Yep. Yeah. Once they get that one, all the other ones will just flow, and you never know. They might already got it, and the other ones might be already being worked on. I would think. I guess Peanuts would probably be the next one because that's the one that came next on pre-orders, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then the Star Treks.
Yeah, the Star Trek tables, the Peanuts table.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll hold Attack from Mars back until the Attack from Mars pinball launches?
See, that's a question I've been wondering. Just like the
or
Peanuts,
you think
too.
they'll kind of release it before the machine's even out?
I don't know. What do you think on that? Because I'm kind of up in the air.
I was kind of curious what they're going to do. I mean, are they going to hold it back, or are they going to, you know, give everyone everything all at once? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see them waiting until the pinball machines are, released.
Yeah. Check out this tin sign I got. Mars Attacks. Isn't that cool? It's the Topps trading cards. That. You remember trading cards? They used to come with that terrible gum.
Yeah,
and with that little stick of pink gum that was like,
hard as a rock.
Hard as a rock. But yeah, they had Mars Attacks trading cards. Man, I saw that tin sign. I was like, man, I have to have this. I have to have this. I took it home with me. And I got Centipede, one of my favorite all-time arcade games. Got a little Centipede tin sign. So
I'll say, okay, so here you go. Here's a Peanut Snoopy pinball pack. Mm-hmm. It's going to be it says estimated delivery January 2024. I could throw this up. Man, I always forget to throw it up. So right here's the Peanuts pack, and it says right here, estimate delivery January 2024. So that's this month, Papa Brad.
That's this month. I bought that one.
Yeah, that tells me that's
my money down.
Peanuts is going to be available.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That's a fun table.
That's the only two they have released so far. Is this?
Well, the cool thing is everyone when they first get it will get those 2 months of Pinball Net where they'll get pretty much everything unlocked. So that's a good thing.
They haven't released Star Trek or Attack from Mars for pre-order yet. there was 17 tables altogether. They said they were definitely getting, and they're going to be, pre-orders are going to be soon. I know it was Star Trek, Attack from Mars, Snoopy, Adam's Family, of course. There was 4 Star Trek, and what's the other one I'm missing? Still got my list, Papa Brad.
It's on your list.
Oh yeah, South Park.
South Park.
Godzilla versus Kong, and then the 3 tables from Gearbox, and then Twilight Zone, World Cup Soccer, Charlie Brown Christmas. That's it. So I forgot all about those ones, like South Park and that. Godzilla versus Kong. There's 3 tables on that one.
Yeah.
3 tables on the Gearbox, and Star Trek has 3. And then they have the Next Generation, which is by itself. Okay, so I know there were 17 tables altogether. So sooner or later we'll get those ones.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pre-order. Right now they just
got a $5 super chat from Ray.
Oh, nice. Thanks so much, Ray.
Here's $5. Your Snoopy table. Now dance.
Now dance. Dance, sucker.
Dance, sucker. Whoop whoop.
Woo!
Yeah. All right.
The question always is, when's the thing gonna pop in? Can you dig it, sucker?
Yeah, can you dig it, sucker's gonna happen in we're gonna go 3 minutes and it's gonna come on randomly by itself.
The first one always takes forever for some reason.
Why don't you just get some little videos or something you can click?
Because I can't dance to those ones.
Well, you can make them dancey.
People want to see me dance, sucker.
I know.
They want to see you dance.
You're good at making videos, though. I hear you.
Thank you,
Ray. Thank you, Ray. We appreciate it.
Did you see my? Yeah, thank you so much, Ray. Thank you. Can't thank you enough. Yes, I got live in 4K is going to be sweet. Yeah, they're all going to be sweet.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I love those tables still. For
yes!
me, hey!
A dance. I didn't dance long enough. Zooming in, Pop Brad. Zooming in.
Get the full zoom.
All right. So there you go on Atgames. I think we covered that pretty good. I can't wait. Toppers are looking good.
Yeah, it won't be too long now. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's been the last 2 months have had some pretty good news, I thought. For me at least. Stuff I like.
Yeah, I get the VCS. I mean, I know it's been out for a while, but new to me. Now we got the
What
pinball
games did you get?
All the ones you and Carlo told me to get.
Okay. Oh, awesome. So you got some of the recharge games?
Got some, Asteroids, Berserk, Haunted
You
House.
get Doodle Taxi. That's a good one. Pick that. Oh, you're not a fan of that one? I like that one a lot, though.
I was going to pick it up because it's so cheap, but I'll pick it up next time it goes on sale.
Yeah, pick it up. Support indie developers.
I got that, Atari 50th and Haunted House. Did you get Haunted House?
The Atari 50th is relevant to tonight's show. Yes, I got Team McCloskey. I bought every game. I got every game on the Atari.
Every single one? There's not
every
one
single one. There's not one I didn't buy. I have the entire library. Well, when they did that sale, everything, like, you're not going to get cheaper than that. You know what I mean? And
no.
I'm kind of a completionist on certain things. Like I did that for iArcade too. I had every game. I just like having all the games. I mean,
thanks, high scores.
It's just for me, I just want to support a lot of those developers too. They have some cool games on there.
Yeah, the only one I regret is the Tempest 4000.
Yeah, the Tempest 4000.
It'd
be a good one. It'd be a good one. When you have too many beers, it'd be a good one to see if you can keep from hurling because of the lights and the graphics and the optical effects are just so over the top, man.
They are. It's like half the time, like, what the fuck's going on here? Yeah. Sorry.
I really need to spend more time with it. But I really have been enjoying the Asteroids a lot. The Asteroids Recharge is one of my favorites.
Hey, what's up, Dan Z? Yeah, I really enjoy the Recharge ones. I mean, the Asteroids are incredible. The graphics.
I also bought this game. It was really cool. It's like Joust, but you play it online. It's like an online joust. It's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Carl,
and they have like a whole network of people that are playing it. It's crazy.
Coro asked, "Did you get the basket boom, Papa Brad?"
Yep, I got every game. Got them all. Just need to play them now.
Nice. Welcome to
The
stream
thing with the
DMZ.
VCS is like the games aren't that expensive, you know. So it's
No,
like,
that's what's really
you know,
cool.
cost of like 2 modern games, you have most of the library. You know, it's
True, yeah.
crazy.
And then when they go on sale, it's even cheaper than
Yeah,
that.
they had that sale, man. It was like 50% off.
All right. So I wanted to play this real quick clip
Okay.
about what I announced August
Okay, let's check
17th
it out.
for our next topic.
There's a possibility we will see a 1/6 scale pinball from New Wave. That's it's just my speculation. I'm not saying they announced anything or Shiloh said anything.
From the vault.
He did talk about it. He didn't say no. He says nothing's impossible. He's a huge fan of pinball, so
Man, I don't know. I would have to have those little tiny pinballs. I don't know why I would have to have them. I would just have to.
We'll have to 100% have a New Wave pinball.
I think I would end up collecting those. I can see me collecting those. Like
80s pinballs are the right. I'm not really into anything before that, the electrical mechanical stuff so much. But I love like the 80s Bolly Williams are my favorite tables. Centaur is my favorite pinball machine. That's my grail. I want to get myself a real Centaur machine. One of these.
Okay, you guys heard it.
Centaur. I heard it. Centaur.
Back in August 17th,
Played that. That's a classic.
I announced to Pop Brad. August 17th, I said, New Wave Toys is going to do pinball.
T. McCloskey, like you speculated all the way back then that New Wave Toys would do a pinball. That's insane.
And then we get a picture like this coming out of the New Wave Toys.
How exciting too. You know, this is a classic era pinball from the shape of it. I'm thinking a Gottlieb. Maybe, yeah, it's definitely an old pinball though.
Oops.
You're going with Centaur, huh?
Look at the shape of the back box.
It's pretty much the same.
You see how it's kind of has a little lip in front there?
Yeah. But a lot of the Gottliebs are like that too. If you look at pictures of a real black hole or haunted house, they're like that too.
But his favorite one is Centaur, so I think
dude, that table is very metal with the black and white graphics, the black, white, and red. Yep. Kind of has a Road Warrior cyberpunk theme to it. Pretty cool pinball. Have you ever played it before, T. McCloskey?
I have not.
Yeah,
I have not. I know you have.
I've played it quite a bit. You know, it's not one of my favorites, but it's still cool.
Yep. Right. August 17th. Only back in August 17th, Pop Brad. I said they're gonna come out with 1/6 scale.
August 17th.
August 17th. That clip I played, that was from our August 17th show.
Yeah. Jason was showing me some pictures. He sent me a picture of Countdown, and it was the exact shape as that too. I think there's probably a bunch of games from that time period, the 79 to 81 time period, where it could be any of those. What if it was something like Evel Knievel? Could you imagine? I mean, how nostalgic would an Evel Knievel miniature? You could put an Evel Knievel action figure, like one of those ones on the stunt cycle, playing it.
Yeah, but he said he was not a fan of pinball before the 80s, though. He did say that. So it could be an 80s.
Yeah. Could be, yeah.
Then people were asking, is it going to be digital or is it going to be mechanical? It will be digital because
I don't see how they could do. How could they do mechanical and have it be so small?
Well, the thing is, if they have to do digital because if they keep up their normal cabinets, you always plug it in HDMI so you can play on a bigger screen. But you can't do that with mechanical, so it has to be digital so you can plug it into a bigger monitor.
I got a question. Do you think this is what Glenn was involved in, the creation of a New Wave Toys pinball machine?
Could be.
Think about it. Glenn made his own multicade, 1/6 scale arcade.
Yeah, well, then you can do mechanical because mechanical you can't hook it up to a bigger monitor, and that's what New Wave Toys is famous for. That's why I bought the cabinets I bought, is so I could hook them up to a bigger monitor and play them.
Yeah, so, I'm excited. I hope they have like the cigarette machines out of their system because I mean I want like arcade and pinball recreations, you know.
And
No
I'm
more
hoping
cigarette
this-
machines. Are you a fan of cigarette machine?
I thought it was a cool idea.
That was a cool
I
idea. I don't
liked
know.
it.
All right.
It's just a charger.
Yeah.
I would like to see something else, but I was okay with this cigarette machine.
What
But you
about
never know,
like what about like the Zoltar and the skee ball and stuff like that? Does that appeal to you? I
I
think-
almost bought the Zoltar one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's kind of cool, man. Because I mean, you would see those in like boardwalks and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So you saw them in real life. I was tempted to buy one, but I was like, I can't buy everything that they come
You
out
can't
with.
buy everything. I know. It's like,
But if they come out with a, I'm not gonna play that video again.
I think there is a possibility we will see a 1/6 scale pinball from New Wave.
Boom! There you hear it, Pub Rat, August 17th.
August 17th.
I
Man.
called it. But see, here's a lineup that you might see some of these machines here. That's why I brought it back up.
Uh-huh.
Just because we might see some of these things. Now, would you buy every pinball machine, Papa Brad, if New Wave Toy brings out like a bunch of them?
Depends
Would you
how
buy
good
every single one?
depends how good the first one is. My answer would be it depends. I mean,
If it's
I
really
would,
good,
if
like
it-
the
if
1/6
it-
scales
it-
out there already.
Yeah, if they really kick ass, I might have to start collecting them because I'm a huge fan of pinball. I like pinball. I mean, I'm not gonna become a Stern channel or anything, but I like pinball, and I like what New Wave Toys does. I mean, they seem to really care about quality, and I will support that. The companies that care about putting out good quality products.
Well, see, Richard Dello says Glenn did a collab small scale V pin years ago.
I mean, what
I
I
don't know if
what I like about New Wave Toys, they don't seem to rush stuff out the door half baked. For the most part,
No.
they've had really good, solid quality on their cabinets. And the other thing I like about New Wave Toys is they seem to steadily be improving. Like each generation has a little bit more improvement from the one before it. You know what I mean? If you look at all the people that are super into their stuff, they can point out all the changes and how it's moving forward. They're not moving sideways, they're not moving backwards,
Nope.
they're moving forward. And I admire that. I think that's a good trait. I would like to see more companies doing that.
Yep. Yeah, and if they release, they're going to release it because it was New Wave Toys was the one that popped up that picture, I do believe. I think it came directly from the 1/8 scales and 1/6 scales V pins I've seen so far that other people have made that look pretty damn good. And like that stream I showed a 1/6 scale that somebody did, and I found that picture on Facebook, and the person said it was a great V pin. So other people have done a great job on V pins in 1/6 scale, so I think they would too. And you never know, that might be what Glenn is working on, because like Richard Dello said, Glenn did a collab small scale V pins years ago.
Yeah.
So is that what, like you said, is that what Glenn's working on?
I wouldn't surprise me. That would be right up his alley to make a little help in the design of a really cool, smaller scale pinball. I could see him doing that. He would probably be a huge help.
Yeah, especially if he did a collab years ago on a V pin, he'd know how to do it. And like I said, there's other people out there doing it.
Mhm.
The one guy I did get in contact to do a 1/8 scale pinball. I think it was 1/8. It was 1/8 or 1/6. He wanted $1,500 for it. I was like, nah, no, thank you. It's like $1,500, man. I can buy a freaking Adams Family pinball right now for $1,500.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. Or you get the Adams Family pinball, or you can get a Stern topper.
Yeah.
Do you want a topper for your Stern,
No,
or you
I
want
wanna-
Adams Family pinball?
I'd rather have Adams
let's
Family
put it in.
pinball.
Let's put it in scale. You could get that. You might be able to get that Mandalorian topper or the entire Atgames pinball.
I know. I never mentioned it. I mentioned on this stream we did that I was working with the guy on Facebook. It was like a day later, or 2 days later. He said, "Yeah, I could do it for $1,500." I was like, "No, thank you." That's I'll wait for New Waves because it ain't going to be $1,500. I was shocked he was going to charge me that much money. I was like, "Damn, dude." Then Atgames came out, and it's like, "Damn, I can get one of theirs for the same damn price."
Yeah.
And I would think these V pins or 1/6 scale pinball New Wave's going to do, I imagine they're going to be around the same price. They could be a little bit more expensive. Would you pay $200 for a 1/6 scale pinball?
Yeah.
For them being new, they might be a
Yeah,
little bit more.
I would pay up to $200 for that. No problem.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat, would you pay that much? We could throw a poll up, huh?
Especially if it's a table I really like. I mean, if it's a property I really like, I'd be hard pressed. I mean, I'm still thinking about getting the Berserk if they have extra ones when they kind of get them in. I love Berserk. Kind of like the Frenzy with the way it's all beat up looking. I don't think they're going to sell as many Frenzies. I think that might be a cool one to have.
You don't think?
I don't think so. I think everyone's going to get Berserk.
Yeah, that's one I got. Was Berserk. You need to jump fast though when they go on sale because they might not last long. I don't know.
Yeah,
be interesting. But Ghosts and Goblins lasted a while though. Pull is up, so yeah, you could be right. Because the reason why nobody knows Frenzy, not that many people know Frenzy.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of a deep cut, I mean, like people have heard of Berserk, but not too many people have heard of the sequel Frenzy.
Yep. Ray asks, I wonder if they'll have a switch to turn off the topper lights. If you're talking about Atgames, Adams Family, and them,
yeah, I'm sure they will.
Because they had a switch for the marquee.
Yeah, I'm sure they
on,
will.
off, high, and low. I imagine that switch is still on there, and I bet it's for the topper now.
Yeah,
that would be my guess. Because they had a switch on there already. You might as well use it for the topper instead, right?
Yeah.
Well, my guess would be same as yours. Yes, I think they'll have that switch to turn it on and off. High Score says, stop smoking allowed me to afford a V-Pin.
Yeah, it's true. Easily, probably it's so expensive to smoke. You could probably buy one of these pinballs in the course of a year.
Yeah, Caro's getting into the consoles really. He's getting into consoles like you, Pop Brad.
Oh, I know. What I really need is some more ways to play Atari. My arcade. Please give me some more ways to play Atari. I need more ways to play Atari games.
You're getting them.
I have to admit, like I said, the end of the year for me personally ended strong because I was really surprised at the quality of the Game Station Pro, and for a cheap emulation device, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I haven't even scratched what I have on it as far as different kinds of games and stuff, and it's just fun to sit back and play.
Yep. Yeah,
once you visit Johnny, and he gets you the special sauce, which is basically all the good stuff, you're set, man. You're set.
Oh, dude, Wyo said whirlwind, and I'm in. Can you imagine if they did a whirlwind and had a little fan up there?
The little fan. Can you imagine a little tiny fan that kicked on? That would be so dope. That would be dope.
I can see them doing that.
I love Whirlwind. Whirlwind's a great game.
Yeah, I could see him doing it, man. If they did Whirlwind, I imagine that fan would work. That'd be so damn
cool. Yeah, Atari's making moves. They're not sitting on their hands.
No,
they're not. They're making moves.
Buying companies.
Yeah,
they're doing stuff left and right, which is awesome to see. I'm glad they.
And they're thinking out of the box a little bit too. Some of the stuff they have done is just it's new. Like the 2600 Plus allows you to play all your old cartridges. On
which is awesome
TV.
Too.
It's like if you're a collector like me that's been collecting Atari for a long time. By the way, their firmware update is amazing. Like so many, I'm having a hard time finding games that don't run right now because that firmware update they did was outstanding.
Oh yeah.
It was a huge bump up in compatibility. So a
lot more games work then.
And I was shocked how fast they got that out. I was like, man, they're aggressively targeting like the Atari fans, like buying Atari Age.
On your head.
Atari Age is where a lot of the great homebrew stuff was developed for Atari.
What's up, Brooklyn?
One memory card, you can have the entire Atari library. You know what I mean? It's not much space,
Yeah, don't take up much.
16 gigabyte memory card, and you got more games than you can shake a stick at.
Yep.
I'm enjoying playing some of the 7800 and 5200 games on there. both on the machine and through emulation. It's fun to go back. I have so much nostalgia for Atari, me personally. So I've been real happy. I mean, it's just like good product after good product. For the end of this year, there was a surge of good stuff that came out.
Yeah. Andy's Game Room has some information. It just came out 45 minutes ago, I guess. Said if you missed out on original pre-order for the GRS iArcade Ultimate Control Panel, here's your second chance to get in on a second round of pre-orders. So he said Glenn just posted that in his community post about 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. If you have an iArcade, man, that's a fantastic upgrade.
And you got a second chance to pre-order again.
Yeah, it's a great product.
Yeah, I just wanted to look at this picture once again, Papa Brad. Looks like there's going to be a plunger on here. We've got a little bump right here where the plunger would be. I wonder if it's a working plunger. And then they're going to even have the screws down here on the legs.
Rich Odella, that is a good question. I don't own a multi-cart for Atari. I don't have a multi-cart. I have all just original cartridges. If I had one, I would try it for you, but I don't have one.
The multi-cart.
I don't have a multi-cart for my Atari 2600. I have heard that multi-carts work, but you can only play one game on it,
Oh, really? Just the one
menus, the menu system won't work, but you could actually put one game, any game you want on it and play it. But I don't even know with the firmware if it still supports multi-carts. I would probably say no, but I don't think it's on purpose. What?
Oh, you think it kind of slipped away maybe?
I don't know if they have a good way to emulate that. The use of a multi-cartridge like that, but I'd be curious to find out. Here's the thing though, with the 2600 plus, it's ticking away. T. McCloskey, how long do you think it's going to be before someone figures out a way to dump the entire library onto it?
Not
Hack. It's it's coming. It's just a matter of time,
Yeah, Richard Della said I would love the firmware update to support the multi-carts. You might see something down the road if they didn't yet. You might see something down the road for
the most pure of Atari fans. I mean, outside of original hardware, it is the thing that's great about the 2600 plus is you can use the original joysticks, you can use the original accessories, the original paddles work with it. So, like, if you want just a way to play these games on a modern TV, I mean, for what it is, it's great. I'm loving it still. For the person that's a casual Atari fan, the Game Station Pro with a memory card, you can pretty much put the whole library, including homebrews.
Yeah.
T. McCloskey, it ran Pitfall 2 like a champ.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's really
the
good.
drawback is you can't play with the original hardware, but other than that, it's great.
That's all right.
I'm a fan of good emulation. They did a good job on the design of that.
Marine 50 says, I wish you'd bring back the head-to-head handhelds. I remember those. We had the football one. Coro, if we can get side-loaded on 2600 plus, I'm all over it.
I think that's inevitable. That's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
Have you seen any V-pin for a Centaur?
I think if you open it up, there is a memory card slot in the 2600 plus inside of it. You have to unscrew it and take it apart.
Are you the one that said that? Somebody said that.
I'm almost positive. Like, I watched a video where they took it all apart. I think there is a memory card slot in there.
I think there is.
Here's what's gonna. I mean, this is just a matter of. This is just a matter of time. If they make a memory card slot, they're gonna eventually figure it out.
Yeah.
But
okay, so we got Atgames.
Like I said, right now, if you're a fan of retro games and you want a cool, inexpensive retro game playing device, the MyArcade stuff is, I know I sound like a fanboy, but I was so impressed for the price and how good it is. I was pretty impressed.
Hey, what's up, VGV?
I've been enjoying it. I can't lie. I mean, right now I have Food Fight running. I mean, it comes with pretty much arcade, a great version of Food Fight on its stock.
Okay, Jason said there is a V-pin version of Centaur. That's good on the VPX. So there you go.
Yeah, VPX.
So if they did do a Centaur, there's already one out there they could use or least help with their
Yeah.
production if they're doing Centaur. But that's just my guess.
Yeah.
Centaur.
Centaur
Who
is
you
kind
think-
of a deep cut though. I don't, I like it, but I don't know if that would be one I would pick. But
Yeah, and it might not. I mean,
I love
if
the
they
way
don't-
it looks. It's just the gameplay is not my favorite of gameplay, but I love the way it looks.
They might come out with a more, or New Wave might come out with a more, one that people know, everybody knows, and they might
Yeah.
use Centaur down the road.
Yeah.
But what's
You
your
know-
guess? What your guess would be the first one they would do? I mean, it's just speculation. So
I would say probably like one of the Gottlieb titles,
like Haunted House, or
Haunted House or Black Hole or something like that would be popular.
yep.
I mean, why do you think all these pinball companies made a Haunted House and Black Hole machine? Because
I
those
know.
machines were popular, and for the retro fans, those kind of stood out. I mean,
Oh,
what about if they
dude,
did something crazy like Black
Oh.
Knight? I mean, it could be anything. If it's a Bally Midway, it could be something we're not expecting, like Black Knight, first multi-level pinball machine. It could be anything.
But remember what Shallow said? Shallow
It's a
said they
fan of
bought.
Centaur.
No, they bought a V pin, Papa Brad. They
Yeah,
bought a Digital Shock Haunted House V pin.
Toy Shock.
It was the Haunted House Toy Shock.
Yeah.
Could that be the one?
You never know.
They had it in the house for a reason.
You never know. You never know.
You never know. I forgot about that. We covered that in that stream too. That Shadow said they actually bought a Haunted House digital, Toy Shock.
Yeah, they just did a redo of Centaur too, as like there's this company that makes really high end pinball, like recreations, and they just did Centaur as a table. It just came out.
Yeah, that's true. Haunted House did not have the raised frame design. True.
Yeah.
But see, I told you back then that they had that shock.
8-Ball Deluxe is a good game.
Yeah, they had that digital shock for a reason.
Yeah.
They're trying to do the emulation and the size and everything, I bet. So they had that thing for a reason. And this is probably why.
Yeah.
All right, we're back to my arcade, Papa Brad. Here's some of the new stuff that came out with at CES.
Yeah, I mean,
So they came out with some other ones too, but we're kind of focusing on Atari.
Atari handheld with a trackball, a spinner,
Yep.
and a gamepad and a number pad. How cool is that? You can
Yeah,
play
it has a
50, you
number
can
pad
play
down there.
you can play the 5200 games or the Jaguar if you have the number pad. See, the thing is the number pad opens up emulation possibilities.
Yeah.
Right now, the emulators they're using are really good. So like if they can open up the emulation to even more games by adding the number pad, that could be a good win for people that are fans of these old games like me. I mean, you got to be a fan of like really the old retro games. But a lot of the original consoles, you have a ColecoVision, had a number pad, right?
Yep.
You have an Intellivision, had a number pad. You had a 5200, had a number pad. How about a Jaguar? Number pad. What's missing on every current handheld? A number pad.
Not
There's
anymore,
no-
Papa Brad.
There's and a little tiny trackball, a little bitsy witsy, tiny trackball. It's a little baby trackball.
And it lights up.
How cool would it be if Centipede played well on that mug? I would be
Oh,
all
man.
over that. I would be tearing. I mean, I don't even like handhelds that much, but I would love this if it works well. That's the key. Isn't that the rub? It has to work well. Can they pull it off? Will it work well? That's the question. I think it's a cool idea.
There's another picture of it. See, here the trackball's black.
Yeah,
for some
it-
reason.
No, listen to this. I heard it lights up if the game uses it. So like if you play Centipede, it turns on. So you know that you can use that as a control.
Yeah, it's not turned on here either, but it's yellow.
Yeah, I heard there's a light and it syncs to whatever game it's playing. So if the
Pretty cool.
trackball is available, it lights up.
Ray asked, "Did you own 5200, Papa
No,
Brad?"
I did not. I did not. I didn't have an Atari 2600 either. I went from like an Odyssey 2 to like an Atari 400 computer. And then I got an 800 Atari computer. I went to the Atari computers. That's why I have so much too. Like all my friends had Ataris, so I still got to play Atari a ton. But I didn't have an Atari when I was a kid, so like I pretty much collected all this stuff as an adult. But
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's-
all I had. I just had
No.
the 2600.
yeah.
So
I went from that to the Atari computers. I was
800?
I was a huge fan. I had a 400 first, which had like a membrane keyboard. Then I got the I think it was called the 800 XL. It had like an actual keyboard, a real keyboard. But the game ports were really good. They also used cartridges. And
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Atari designers, while they were making a computer, they were secretly really making a game machine. There was a lot of they did a good job. They had ports. Of course, Atari was all about getting arcade ports for all their cartridges.
Yeah.
They had all the arcade games on there. I remember I had the one I played the most was Defender. I had the Defender Atari computers cartridge. It was really good.
Yeah. I always forget we did have Pong with a Magnavox made that Pong console before we had Atari 2600. We did have the Pong one. And it was in black and white. I think it was just in black and white.
I never really played the 5200 games till recently. Like it with the My Arcade, you can play all the some of the 5200 games. The ones that use number pads, of course, you can't use, but a lot of the library just use the standard joystick configuration, and you can play all those games. But Jason has a 400, 800, and 800X. 800XL is the one I got. The first Atari computer I got was a 400. T. McCloskey. Then I discovered the floppy disk drive. Remember floppies?
Yeah, the big.
And you could copy.
floppies.
Got a secret. You can copy those discs. We got a little piracy ring going with those discs. Who didn't play those? Who didn't play those backed up discs of all those games? I remember a game I loved that I had on disc was Bruce Lee. That was like the coolest game back in the day.
Not really.
Yeah, they had a Bruce Lee game. It was kind of like a platformer, and you could play it single player, and this little sumo guy would chase you around, and a ninja. It had a sumo and a ninja, and they would try to attack you the whole time. And it was cool. It had an end. Bruce Lee was great.
Was it?
Yeah,
I actually had an end to it too, huh?
Yeah, it had an end. You could finish the game.
Nice. Jason says that Bruce Lee is coming with the Atari 400.
Here's the cool part. Listen to this. If you could find a friend to play with you, the friend could plug the joystick into the second port and could play as a sumo wrestler. So you could have someone help you finish the game, but you had to find someone that could play at the same time. So you could play. It actually had co-op. You still couldn't do anything about the ninja. The ninja was going to be the enemy no matter what.
No matter what.
Matter what. The ninja didn't go away.
Okay, let's get through some of these. So we got the Atari Mega Player Tabletop Retro Arcade. Can you guys read that?
Is that the smaller one or the bigger one?
This is the one that has a 10.1 inch high resolution display.
Is that the bigger one?
The other one is this one here. Yeah, this is the bigger one.
That's the bigger one. Okay.
Kind of
That's the
blow it
bigger
up
one?
here. There's a little trackball. Yeah, there's a trackball.
Bad boy. Okay.
Joystick. Like, got a spinner. You see there's a keypad there too.
Keypad. So if we get emulation running, 5200 with the keypad working, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, and with Rexer and was it Gen X grown up? They both said the joystick is a little bit bigger than the ones that almost
the mini
like
ones.
Yeah, a lot bigger than the mini ones. They said it almost looked like a full size joystick. Closer. Okay, so officially licensed full
Still
play.
pretty small. 10.1 inch display is the size of display.
Yeah, right
This
there.
is an interesting size because it's kind of like a glorified countercade from Arcade 1-Up. I mean,
but it is it does have wood construction, which I was shocked on the wood construction. So this thing's not made out of wood, not plastic. Like their mini ones are all plastic.
here's you want to hear what my qualms are with this? My issues with it? I got some issues, T. McCloskey. I got some issues.
I was going to have some issues. What is it?
Scroll up so we can see the console. Scroll up so we can see the console and we can see the picture of it.
It is a mechanical joystick and action button switches.
Yeah.
Shoo.
Okay, get it nice and large. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, here's where I think they're missing the ball. Okay, we know that right now, the way it is with the GameStation Pro hardware, we can emulate all kind of games in MAME. Giving us 4 buttons really limits us as far as what we can do as a multicade with this. I mean, To me,
yeah.
if we would have had a 6-button
6.
layout,
Yeah,
we could have
6.
done so much more.
At least
If they
6,
could have,
yeah.
if they could have made it maybe even a little bit bigger and put 6 buttons on it, kept the gamepad, kept the number pad, kept the trackball, but just given us more buttons, I think it would have been better from an emulation standpoint. That's how I'm looking at it. Because I'm not going to leave this. If I get one of these, T. McCloskey, this sucker's going to get modded. It's going to
Yeah.
get it's going to get the special treatment like my Game Station Pro.
All they would have had to do is make the control deck a little bit wider to put 2 more buttons on there. Because you almost could put 2 more buttons on there now. Almost. If you slid these down a little bit, you would have room. But if you just made the control deck a little bit wider, you could easily get 2 more buttons on there. Yeah, you're right. 2 more buttons.
I was shocked. I was shocked that the Game Station Pro could run like the Capcom fighters and stuff. I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, but you don't have the controls. See, I mean, of course you could put a gamepad on it, but that kind of takes away the point of it being in one spot. I like the all-in-one. So, I mean, just as a fan of emulation and emulation machines, I think not having enough buttons,
It's 2 more buttons.
Will limit it a little bit as far as what you can play on it. Now, that being said, are there 1,000 games of good games that don't require a lot of buttons? Probably. But if they would have put more buttons on it, you would have, it would have been better as far as the emulation standpoint.
Yeah, if they could have made this a little bit bigger and put like a 12-inch screen, it would be even better too. There is an integrated paddle in here. Integrated paddle, trackball, and keypad. So I guess what
about if like on the stock games, T. McCloskey, imagine this. If on the stock games, when you go to play a game, what if the controls that work with it light up? Let's say only one button works. Let's say that only that button lights up when you go to that game.
And it might, because these do light up.
That would be kind of cool if they had that built into the software. Like let's say you're playing a trackball game with or let's say you're playing a Tempest. You would just have the 2 buttons lit up for shooting and the super zapper.
Yeah, you never know. They did the trackball that way.
You know what? No one has done that. That would be like something that I haven't seen.
Because you can see these buttons light up. You can see the ring around these buttons.
Yeah. I see their light. They light up.
Spinner lights up. I imagine trackball lights up. So yeah, you never know. That would be cool if they did that. It would be easy integration, and maybe they did. I mean, they thought about it on the portable with the trackball. So
the thing they did right is they built the bones of a good emulation system on that Game Station Pro platform.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of tweaking it and getting it to do more.
And maybe getting bigger cabinets too. As we go, because I mean, this is bigger. This is a tabletop.
Okay. Video Game Vegas is telling me it's a paddle, not a spinner. Okay.
Yeah, because they said right down here, integrated paddle, trackball,
so
and keyboard.
That means it has a limit. It doesn't free spin all the way around. So you're gonna play stuff more like Pong.
Yeah.
Because it's
like
not
your
free
normal
spin.
paddle from Atari.
Like paddle type games.
Yeah, it even says integrated paddle.
It's interesting.
It should be a spinner and integrated paddle, but I guess you can.
They should put a spinner on it.
Yeah, because I mean that would still work for a paddle too. I mean,
it should. I mean, it won't have a stop, but I mean,
yeah. Well, to me, that
seems like they can figure that out. Yeah. Gen X is pushing my arcade to replace the paddle with the spinner. I think that might not be a bad idea.
And these all come in available Q4, so end of the year. This year.
Yeah, they got lots of time to tweak it. My arcade, 6 buttons. Give us 6 buttons.
And I do believe these all have rechargeable batteries. Both of these mini, which the other ones, you had to put batteries in. So I'm glad they're doing. Yeah, I'm glad they're doing rechargeable batteries in these. This is the smaller one. It's 7-inch high resolution display, classic wood, mechanical joystick, and action button switches. In integrated paddle.
What was the price on the bigger one? $250 retail on the big one?
Yeah, I think so.
I heard that on the Rexer stream maybe.
I'm zooming in, Papa Brad. I'm zooming in.
Zoom in more.
So these look like these are some ports, right? Then you get
That's where you put your controllers, man. Those are USB-C ports, just like the Game Station.
Got the headphones. Got a headphone jack.
Yeah.
And then you got some button here, power button, and then you got a 4-way.
Yeah, Goofyfoot's saying they said that listen to this.
US
Goofyfoot's
USB
saying
here too.
they said the buttons used for the titles you're playing light up. That could be pretty slick.
They said the
That could
buttons
be
used-
pretty slick. So rather than them all lighting up all the time, just the buttons you're using in that particular game would turn on.
Okay,
That's
that'd
kind
be
of
cool.
that'd be a cool feature. I would like to see that. Something different. Get me something different. Get me something different. That's what I'm saying. I'm curious how they're going to use that number pad. To me, that is the biggest mystery. I mean, from an emulation standpoint,
Well, it's just gonna be the 5200, right? Games.
what if they can run Jaguar or something like that? I don't
Oh, yeah, I
even
imagine.
know if there is a good emulator for Jaguar games.
But yeah, they could come out with a ColecoVision or other versions, and not just Atari too. They could
Yeah.
come out with the other brands. I don't know about Jaguar, but like ColecoVision and what's the other one?
Television.
Television. I could see them coming out with versions for those.
Television
That'd
had
be
that
awesome.
cool. They had that disc controller. I mean, I guess you can make a joystick and have it move the characters, but it was kind of a unique thing.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, it'd be cool if you got to see Coleco. Not just doing Atari, do a ColecoVision.
Video Game Vegas saying they better be online. That would kind of exceed my expectations. I would not expect this to be online, but if they'd had it online, it would be a huge plus to it. Do love playing arcade games online.
Yeah, Warlords is coming out.
Welcome to
Like
the stream,
full player.
Gregory.
Hey, what's up, Gregory? Welcome. So all your ports are going to be in front. Interesting, not in the back. Yeah, you even see there's a USB there. Okay, there's that one.
So is
I
it
wonder if it's
basically
marked
it's basically the same thing but with a smaller screen?
Yeah, 7-inch paired to 10.
And it looks like is it my imagination or is the paddle smaller diameter? Is that paddle smaller than on the other one?
It looks like it.
Looks like it might be, huh?
Oops, damn it. I don't know. There's that one. I don't know. Do you think it's smaller?
Can't tell. Can't be exactly the same size. They're different size screens, aren't they? How do they deal with the screen being different sized? One's like 10 inches and one's like 7 inches or something, huh?
Yeah, it's 10.1 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much more.
Something has to be different.
Yeah, this paddle looks a little bigger to me.
Yeah. Compare it to the size of the trackball, because it's the same trackball they're using, that little small trackball.
Yeah.
Is it bigger?
The joystick looks a little bigger too.
Zoom. Do your special skill. Activate. Zoom.
Look
I
at the
don't
joystick.
know. Hard to tell. Yeah.
Look at the joystick. See, the bat topper is almost to the bottom.
T. McCloskey, there's nothing worse than a small joystick.
I know. See, this one's bigger. This is a bigger joystick here.
That's that's a man size there.
Yeah, that's a little bigger.
That's a bigger one. No one likes a tiny joystick.
No, they don't. Tell the women on what was it, Berserk?
Berserk. Yeah. Shiloh knows. Shiloh knew his history. Shiloh knew about that. That's a fact. You check your arcade history.
Okay, so my arcade came out with 2 new things for your Game Station Pro Pub, Brad.
Yeah, they came out with new controllers too, man. They're
Wireless-
making moves.
Wireless rechargeable controller.
Now rechargeable. The buttons, they got rid of the trigger at the top.
And put it down here. Got A, B, and C. Oh yeah,
The original.
let's see it. So you get that fire button up there too, which they took off.
Yeah.
So the fire button, I guess, is down here. This red button down here.
No, that is the on-off button.
Where's the fire button on this thing?
They gave you the A, B, and C all on the row. They took one button off the top.
Yep.
They took the button off the top.
Or was it B?
Yeah. The B button is the top. The A button is here. The B button's the top. The C is the trigger. Woo!
Mike Hawk gifted 5 arcades.
All right.
87 has become a member.
87 is a member. Look out. 87. Love that guy. That guy makes some good content. Walk and Talk King. Walk and Talk King. Look at that. That is a beautiful joystick.
Rowdy got one.
Look, and that's really good quality for the money. I mean,
Luchin got one. Get my workout, suckers.
get in your workout.
Who we got? One more.
Woo!
Zooming in, Pop Bread. Tony got one.
Right. Congratulations, Tony.
I got Caro has become a member.
Oh,
think
it's
it's
been
been
a
there
member
4
for
months.
4 months. Congratulations.
Yep. It's funny it does it for that.
I know, man.
Thanks, Caro. Member for 4 months.
Wait, man, we got a good game of the week. Is a good one this week.
Oh yeah, I gotta go get my son at 11. So we gotta roll.
We got to roll, Team McCloskey. We got stuff we got to do. We got the game of the week. I spent a long time making that video.
So they added the seat, but Goofy Foot has become a
Goofy
member. They
Foot.
put the game, suckers.
Goofy Foot. All right.
Oh no, Caro, no. Caro, I gifted 5 arcade memberships too. Caro has gifted
More.
5 memberships.
More. Man, you're gonna give Team McCloskey a heart attack. He's getting a workout tonight.
Wow, I'm getting a pain in my chest. I'm not. But
Help me! I've fallen and I can't get up. Hey, man.
Suckers! Suckers. Sage of Universe got one. Gregory Bar got one.
What? Crazy.
I'm not sure how you say that one. Snaves.
Congratulations.
T, I'm gonna pull a peck. Brian got one.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna pull a hammy. Ah. Why, Jason? Why? Thanks,
McCloskey,
Jason.
stop the insanity!
Stu.
Stop the insanity!
You guys just wanted me to freaking pass out.
Dude,
Waterman's War Games.
I gotta
I
play
can't
some
keep this
Fortnite.
up, Pop Brad. I can't keep
Dude.
it up. Sons of Ares. Now that's a workout tonight. Art, go on. Saw Kurt Mason in here. Welcome to stream, Kurt Mason. And Mo's got one. Kim's. Moses. John. Welcome, John Phillips. Kathleen. High scores. You guys are killing me over here. High Scores has gifted 5. Thanks, High Scores.
All right.
I don't know if there's any more to give out. Ricardo got one. The sucker train is real. I gotta take this one out. Guys, you guys are working me too hard over here, suckers. Come on, Pop Brad, you're supposed to be dancing too, man.
I am. I'm dancing with Food Fight. Charlie Chuck's doing the dancing for me.
Jacob got one.
All right.
My last dance. Amanda got one. Dance sucker. I'm dancing in my seat, man. Miguel got one. There's Kurt Mason. All right. It's over, Pop Brad.
Is it over? Is it
It's
over?
over.
Is it over?
I think it's over.
Good.
All right. What time is it? 10:17. So we went over that joystick. So they added a C button, right? Because before we just had the A and B.
Yeah. Well, that's A, B, and C already. It's just they changed the positioning of them.
Just all three of them.
Yeah, they put them in a row.
Where was the C button at before?
The C button was the trigger. The A button was like where the Atari joystick would go.
Yeah.
The B button is on the top.
Top, yeah.
The C button was the trigger. That's how it worked.
I kind of like this new design better. What about you?
Yeah. I don't know. I have to play it. I'm sure it's good. It looks good. I think it will work with a lot of the games better, you know.
150. Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, I think it's a better from an emulation standpoint. It's probably more easier for people to adapt to. Yeah, I still think this controller is pretty cool. Like when you play some games, you know, like Battlezone and stuff. If you can map this trigger to be the fire, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like they're offering the controllers if you want to get extra controllers. You know,
yeah,
you can play 4-player Warlords with this thing. Crazy.
it'd be awesome. Do you have the stuff over down in here too? See, okay, change the light. You got the SVN.
Yeah, you can also just run them with a cord if you don't want to use the batteries.
Oh, even shows like when it's connected to the Wi-Fi and that. Power button, light.
Yeah, it works good. I mean, you know, the joysticks do work good. I think this design will be easier for a lot of people to adapt to.
Yep, 2.4.
It's still keeping like that classic Atari joystick feel. You can use a gamepad too, T. McCloskey. You can plug in a gamepad. Like most gamepads just work with it.
Oh, that's right.
It has really good gamepad support. You can use like a PlayStation gamepad. You can use an Xbox gamepad. A bunch of gamepads work with it.
Yeah, rechargeable battery, 2.4 gigahertz wireless controller integrated paddle.
Yeah, the original ones use just regular batteries. They last pretty good. I haven't even had to replace mine yet.
Yeah, I'm glad they're going to rechargeable batteries though.
Yeah, it's one less thing. One less thing. Less waste. You know.
Yeah, it's definitely an upgrade. Putting your own batteries in there, and then
I like they're going forwards and not backwards.
Yes,
going forwards, T. McCloskey. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. I look at this. This looks like they're moving forward. You know. I think this for like playing a lot of retro games makes a lot of sense to have a controller more like this.
Yeah, the gamepad. So you got the A, B, and C again. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So you got home, select, start. What's that last button there?
You need to change that gamepad to have like that little plus shape, you know?
What's that?
The gamepad needs to have more like the Nintendo, like the plus. I don't know what they call it, where it's raised up. You know, like a plus.
Oh yeah.
I like the classic.
Yeah, I like that. The plus better.
That's what I use for my
yeah.
for my little Nintendo one I have.
Yeah, I like that plus better than
Then the
purple.
disc. Then the
Yeah.
disc.
Yeah.
Maybe just if they even if they, you know, I don't know if they want to make it where it's you can have multiple discs that you can screw on there to make it work, or just change the design. But I think I like this, like the plus, even if it's just raised a little bit. I see they have an indentation.
Yeah, they do.
It's hard to tell until you play it. You have to play some retro games with it and see how it feels.
Yeah, there's your
But
indent.
that is a little bit less conventional, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Or
Looks
a
like
thumb pad.
looks like it lights up too. Yeah.
I could care less if it lights up. It just needs a thumb pad
yeah.
needs to work good. Like on a retro controller, the thumb pad's critical.
I mean, if it's anything like this one here, you know, on this pad here for the VCS,
Yeah.
I really don't like that much. Like I'm with you. The plus is better, I think.
Yeah, I just like the feel of the plus type design, you know, on the gamepad.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, I forgot Nintendo's was like that. I like
this
that
wireless gamepad I got.
Yeah, because even like you know, the PS4 and the PS5 controllers actually really pretty much have the, you know, you can't really see it well, but yeah, it really has a plus too because they're separate buttons. Sure, but yeah, there it is. There, it's almost the same thing as the plus.
Yeah,
separate buttons.
It does have that shape, a plus shape.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. But yeah, they're making moves. They're making improvements. This is a rechargeable battery as well. Yeah, and you know, you can change them out.
The thing about the My Arcade stuff, I mean, it's so affordable too. You know, this is not going to be real expensive. You know, so I mean, yeah, as long as it's good, you know, it needs to be good. You know, So like I said, the Game Station Pro to me was one of the biggest surprises of last year.
So both of these joysticks, the gamepad and joystick, are coming out in Q3, not Q4. So these are actually coming out earlier than the mini players. So much easier for Q3.
If you look at the history of Atgames, they kind of did something similar where they had all the consoles, the flashbacks, and the different retro game consoles, and then they made the Legends series. You know.
Yeah.
And then that was the giant jump. You know.
Yep.
At least I see that this is at least is moving forward. You know, it's not the exact same thing, just in a different color. I like that about it. You know, they could have been like, it's the Game Station Pro, but it's yellow. You know, and they could have done that. And I'm glad they didn't do that. This is refreshing. This is actually movement in a direction. You know, I'm a fan of that. So, but it has to be good. It has to be good. Like, you can't just move forward and not make improvements.
Yep. Are they going to come out with the Game Station Pro? Or are they going to come out with like the digital keypad for like 5,200 games? You can play 5,200 games on it, right?
Yeah, they got a bunch of 5,200 games. They're pretty fun too. They're not bad. I like the Centipede and the Millipede, and what else is on there? I haven't played a bunch of them because I also have them on the memory card where I have all of them. So, but it does have some included ones that are good.
It could come out with the keypad controller. It has a keypad on there. We'll see. It's cool though. They're doing a joystick and keypad now where you can swap them out and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're finding ways to make the Game Station Pro even better.
They are kind of keeping that Atari branding though. I mean, it definitely looks like it could have been an Atari product. If you look at it, like the retro factor, it's pretty retro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
Like as far as the way it looks, that looks like something Atari would have made. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad they are too. It's pretty cool.
You know?
Yeah, I bet this fits in your hand pretty good too because you had that indent in the middle there, so you kind of
yeah. Well, they've done a bunch of handheld. Little arcade things. They should be getting pretty good at form factors for handheld arcade, like little retro game boxes and stuff. Did you show pole position? They're coming out with pole position too. That looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Pole position is a hard game to emulate because the steering wheel, it was at a free spinning steering wheel. There's no limits when you play a real pole position. It just rotates, you can go in either direction, but infinite, It's a free spinning wheel. Yeah, they got to get the spinners in at least some of the controls to be able to play Tempest. People love Tempest.
I forgot they came out with that. Here, I'll throw this up over here. Yeah, there's a little mini arcade for pole position.
Little tiny pole position. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Once again, and they are using the arcade ROM. It's not like the 2600 or the 7800 version. There's nothing wrong with those. Those are fun games. Don't get me wrong. Those are fun. This is going to be the arcade ROM.
Yeah, and there you go. They're even doing a handheld pole position.
See, I'm not a fan of that because it doesn't have a wheel.
Yeah, it just has.
I don't really want to play pole position with a gamepad. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't really want to play with a gamepad. I do like the graphics. The graphics are really zippy. The racing stripes. It looks looks like the arcade cabinet.
You know what would be cool? They could have done one more thing. Is put the bezel around the screen. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like the checker flag's missing. What happened to the checker flag?
Yeah,
the checker flag, Atari. Where'd the checker flag go? Where'd the checker flag go, my arcade?
Yeah, just put that to be a nice little touch to put the
Throw
bezel.
that bug on there. Throw that checker flag on there somewhere. Come on now, you can do it.
You could do it around the bezel. There's enough room there.
Heck yeah.
But, it doesn't have to be a fat one like this. Just a nice thin one would be cool on there. It'd just be a nice little touch to have that around the bezel, around the monitor. I would think that'd be kind of neat. Maybe they will. They're just rendering. So, yeah, and even buttons are all colored themed too, which is kind of neat. Yeah, I wonder how the gas and brake and all that's going to do on this.
I can't wait. I mean, this Team McCloskey. I'm usually not a fan of these little tiny like arcades like this, but I might have to pick this up. Just
steering wheel.
Just the curiosity. Just the curiosity. You know where they say the curiosity killed the cat. I might just have to pick this up. I might just have to pick this up just because it's hitting the nostalgia feels for me. Well, I have to at least check it out and see what it's like. I mean. Pole position is a difficult, like if you're running the arcade ROM, it's kind of difficult to me to get it to emulate really great. So if they got the wheel correctly calibrated, get the high and the low shifter, I mean, I think this could be kind of a cool little mini arcade. I'm probably going to get one, honestly. I think I like this. The one with the wheel, though, not the gamepad. I don't want a gamepad to play pole position.
No.
I want to have that wheel.
That wheel's going to be pretty small, man.
Yeah. It depends how much this is. BD's actually going to have the HDMI out. I don't know, but I mean, it depends how much it costs. If it's cheap, it's not expensive. I don't think that's a big deal.
Do they have the HDMI out for the other minis? Because I imagine this is the same size as their other cabinets.
I don't think so. The only one I know that does that is for sure is the New Wave Toys. They do that. Yeah, but that's a way higher end that's not in this price. This is going to be in this price range, This is like something I expect to see at Walmart. I mean, where do you expect to see something like this? I would expect this on a Walmart shelf,
Didn't Target have these too?
Target, yeah. Target, Walmart, box stores.
Yeah. Yeah,
if the wheel free spins, they got it right, which is, once again, I like good emulation.
Who was it that got one of these? Oh, it was Jester Tester got one of these small cabinets from my arcade at Five Below, I think it was.
Yeah. Most of that, sometimes they do closeouts and stuff.
Yeah, because these are normally like $60.
Yeah.
They're not cheap if you go through them.
Yeah.
$40, sorry, $40. I was looking at this one here just to see, because I imagine it's going to be the same size as these. They're $40. You go through them. I was trying to see if they had the HDMI out on these. And I didn't know they're doing handhelds for all these now. Okay. You have the micro player and you have the nano player now. I'm not sure what I think mine's considered a micro.
Interesting.
I can't see. Oh, look at Miss Pac-Man line. Neat. I have the elevator action one.
Dude, I could play Arcade Perfect Miss Pac-Man on my iArcade right now. I hit that gate switcher button, T. McCloskey. I'm in Pac-Man heaven.
There you go.
Perfect 4-way controls.
I mean, look how small the joystick is on here.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
you can't even see it because the guy's hand. That steering wheel is going to be the same way.
So, this is probably a hard pass for me on this, but I mean, the pole position intrigues me. The Game Station Pro new model and some of the new joysticks and stuff that kind of interests me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Pretty cool stuff. Like I said, I like to see it. It looks like it's moving forward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the stuff they brought out. CES is definitely a step up from this.
Depends on price point too. Like we could ask for the world. Like I could ask for a light up marquee. I can ask for the 6 buttons on that other multicade. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they come out with.
Yeah, 6 buttons would be a nice little touch.
They have the bones of a really good emulation system that's inexpensive. So I mean, if we have the controls, there's a lot you could do with their ecosystem. People that are really like cracking it and getting into it are discovering it's pretty good for the money.
Okay, last thing before we get to Carl's game of the week is I was going to play the little Atari 400 Mini that's coming out.
Wow.
Trailer for it, I do believe. Hope I got the right one. There you go.
Oh, it's got the membrane keyboard. Yuck.
Now reimagined. There's a joystick. 4 controllers.
Bruce Lee. There it is. Dude, I have to get this. That's it. Sold. Done. Ring me up.
What?
This is a must buy for me.
Includes 25 retro games.
Yeah, that's a must buy.
Classic control, authentic, iconic design, fun for all ages, HD TV output, joystick included. Oh, it comes with the joystick pub, Brad.
It looks like it's used. Is it using the arcade standard Atari joystick? Yeah. No, it's a USB. Plus, load your own games.
Did it say that?
Yes. Go back. Load your own games.
Go back, sucker. Go back.
Go back, sucker. Sucker. Go back.
Go too far back. Okay. Plus,
load your own games compatible with. It said 5200, 400.
400. I'll compatible with the original one then, right?
Okay. So the 400, 800 cartridges, 800.
Compatible with
Atari
XL.
Yeah.
Nice.
Atari computers.
And
But
then,
look what it said. It said 5200. How are you going to do the number pad?
You got the big old keyboard here. Oh, the numbers. Doesn't it have numbers up there?
Does that keyboard function? Is it a functioning keyboard or is it just for looks?
It's got to be functional because you got your number keys right here. I bet it's functional.
I think it's
got to be functional. It's got to be because you get the pads right here, the number pad right here.
T. McCloskey, I have one of these. This was the first computer I ever had. This is my first computer.
You did say that.
Yeah, I have one of these things.
Now, when we went white or black,
the 800 XL, the 800 was a huge update.
Look at that, Papa Brad. Look at the date available, March 28th. You don't have to wait very long.
Wait very long. It's cool. Now, who's making that? Retro Games. I've never heard of them. That's cool though.
Yeah, I haven't either. So there you go. I want a white or black one. Do we like this color, Papa Brad?
That's the color came in that beige. That's exactly what Atari 400 looked like. Love it or hate it, that's what they look like.
Yeah, I know they did.
That's one ugly mug.
Yep.
That was the one-eyed dog. When they made the next one, it was so much better looking. They went with the black. They used a real keyboard, It was like a black and silver. I had both the Ataris, but
not functional.
Yeah, not functional, it's just for looks.
So I guess you can't use the number pads for the 5200 games then.
Depends on the price point. Like, how much is this thing going to cost? It doesn't matter. I gotta have this. I have a lot of nostalgia for 400, 800 computer stuff. I gotta have this.
Caro said Retro Games made the C64 Mini and the Amiga 500 Mini. Oh, you can plug in. That's true. Through USB, plug in a keyboard.
That's kind of cool.
And they
How
make
many-
mini keyboards. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering what Atari games will get. What they can get out of the library. What games will come on its stock? You know.
Yeah, they said 52 comes on it. 25 games come on it. 25 games.
25 cartridges. They were a cartridge-based system, and they had a disk drive. Eventually.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, Pop Brad.
I'll spill some beer. Hold on.
This is definitely a must buy for you.
Yeah. I like that.
Price is 120. 120 bucks, Jason says. You can sign up for the list on Atari.com too. So there you go.
Okay, there you go.
And Jason
Coming soon.
Jason put in the link to Atari to sign up for the Atari 400 Mini. There's a link.
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
And then somebody's coming out with the 800 XL too. Is Atari coming out with that? Remember, we've seen the trailer on that.
Yeah,
800.
we saw the 800 one.
Yeah.
And then they went with the 400.
And I think it was 800 XL was coming out. So that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. They're coming out with that.
Man, that's insane. Like, Atari is just like Atari's on fire right now.
On fire, Pop Brad.
I mean, on fire. It's Atari is just going crazy.
Atari stuff.
Played your Atari today.
It's
It's Atari overload.
got the 400 Mini, you got the 800 XL coming out, you got the Game Station Pro, the VCS. I mean, 2600 plus. I mean, look, all this stuff's been coming out, Pop Bread. Then my arcade's coming out with those little mini arcades, Atari 50th. Yes. If you say you can't find any Atari products, you are crazy.
Yeah,
they're everywhere, Papa Brad.
I have a lot of memories, man, with the 400, 800 computers. I mean, I love those games on that machine.
Yeah, I agree with
the arcade ports were all better than the 2600 for the most part.
Even if you couldn't use the the cartridge bay on that mini, it would be cool if it opened up.
Yeah,
it would be kind of cool just to it'd just be kind of neat. But soon as the side load is cracked on 2600
what was
plus,
Jason saying? He was sent something up here about
this one.
Something about ports or something.
Oh, down here, 5 USB ports, so you can plug in 4 in and still have room for a 5200 keypad if they make one available. That'd be kind of cool if they made one available.
It says compatible with the full library. Okay.
Pretty cool.
Goofyfoot says smokers yellow classic. Yes.
Smokers yellow it is.
These came from a smoke filled home.
Yeah. Like your smoke detectors, if you smoke, they'll turn yellow too.
Yep. Fully yellowed.
Yep.
You don't have to wait. The yellowing comes free.
Yeah, like Video Vegas.
He said, this is the part I was talking. He said, be sure to pick up an extra USB adapter. It will only come with the USB power cable as the Atari 2600 Plus and GSP did. Oh, he's talking about a power brick? Yeah, those things are all over the place. Those little USB power bricks.
Yeah.
I still don't like that they don't include them, though. I mean, really? You can't include a little power brick? Like a little USB power brick? I mean, I know you can go to Five Below and buy one, but I mean, it's just like, why?
Yes, power brick.
Just include the dang power brick.
Just put it inside.
Include it. I mean, come on. Give us a way to plug it in. People want to be able to plug that mug in. They don't have to go buy a power brick.
So that's what he's saying? It doesn't come with one?
Neither did the Atari 2600 Plus. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. That seems to be a trend, though. I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either. So you got to pick up something else.
I know you can go to Five Below and pick one up for $5, $8, $10 for a little
Yeah, they're 5.8 each.
USB,
brands.
USB-C,
It's just a point.
power brick. It's just a point. Like, why not include it? I mean, does it save you that much money that you're going to make the customer go source one themselves? Is it really that much of a money saver, you know?
Thor says new wave toy cigarette machine equals perfect power supply for this.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, it's just a point. I know they're not very expensive, and especially if they include it, because it's going to make it be even cheaper for them.
Because they're going to buy it in bulk. They're going to buy, probably by the 500s or thousands. I mean, it's got to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, like
how much do those really cost if you buy them in a big lot like that?
Video Game Vegas says, plugging in the wrong power brick can cause issues. Yep.
Yeah, true. But see, the thing is, not all like if you have an older LCD TV, they don't have the USB-C port. They have a USB.
Yeah, they assume
my older TVs have a USB port. They don't have a USB-C port.
True. Yeah, because that's the C is a little bit newer. So yes,
it seems like C must be a new kind of trending thing. Like I noticed everything seems to be switching to USB-C.
Yeah, they are.
The last couple products I bought have all had USB-C connectors.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the new USB. People can always complain about the USB because you have to, flip it around.
And also if you step on it, I mean, you basically can ruin them. Like if you accidentally step on them, they smush in.
Yep. I never did that with any of mine, but I get it.
There's a first time for everything, Team McCloskey.
Yeah. Especially with my new rolling desk. I can see me rolling on one of the USBs.
Yeah, you roll your chair back over one and flatten it. It's like,
I'm sorry I haven't did that.
And it's like, I know it's just a cable, but man, it's a pain in the ass. Like if you want to use it right away, or you're trying to do something, then you damage it.
Mikey J says favorite 2600 game. Mine is Pitfall 2 is my favorite one, but in Combat's another one. It's one of my favorites. What's your favorite?
You don't even have to ask what my favorite is. Hero, of course.
Oh, Hero. We know
Hero's my favorite Atari 2600 game by far.
What's your second?
Oh man, there's so many good ones. It's hard to pick one. I like this game. I've been really addicted to this game called Frostbite. It's kind of like, I don't know, explain. It's like Hubert. It's an Activision game. It's a lot of fun.
Night Driver was another one of my favorites. I played that for hours.
Oh my goodness, Team McCloskey. My number 1 and my number 2 are Activision. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Activision has some great ones.
Okay, I'd probably say like my third might be something like Demon Attack. Man, Demon Attack.
Yar's Revenge.
Yeah, Yar's Revenge is in the top too. Demon Attack never gets old to me. I love that game.
E.T.
Mega Mania. E.T. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites, man. I love that game. I was shocked when people said I didn't like that game. They filled up the landfills. I'm like, really? I love that game.
Yeah.
So if I ever get to 2600 plus, man, that'd be one game I would like to get. E.T. and Pitfall 2, the actual cartridges.
The funny part about the whole ET thing is they were so rushed for time. Originally they were going to make an ET game like Pac-Man. It probably would have done a lot better. Where ET just runs around eating the Reese's Pieces. Like if they would release that instead of the ET they released, they might have done better.
I mean,
they didn't give it's not the person that made it had no time to make that game. Yeah. He was given an impossible release schedule. Yeah. Well, I mean, he made Yar's Revenge. So he had it in Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think. He had a pretty good track record, but I mean, they didn't give him enough time to make a game.
I think he did pretty good if he didn't have much time then.
Yeah, it was.
I always like games where you have to like find stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's why I like that. I still kind of like that. Yeah, River Raid.
Raids.
There were so many good ones, Papa Brad.
I know.
Warlords was especially if you had 4 people to play Warlords, that was a great one. So you're on a roll. They should do a remake. That's why I said, Leo. I think me and Papa Brad both said they should do a recharged ET.
Recharged.
Yeah. A first day buy for me, Papa Brad.
You know how much that license would cost, though? Probably to get the ET license.
Yeah, true.
I bet you it would cost a fortune.
But you know what? I would settle for a recharged Pitfall.
Recharged Pitfall. Yeah, any Activision, like a big Activision game like that, could be used to re-release. A retro modern version.
Yeah, even Warlords Recharge would be cool. They did a breakout. Warlords Recharge would be cool. There'd be so many.
Surprised they didn't do Warlords yet.
They might. How many have they done so far? Recharged.
I don't know.
And 6,
Around
7. It's
I
quite a
think
few.
it's around 10, maybe a little bit under. Well, you got, let's see, you got Breakout, Centipede, Asteroids, Yar's Revenge, Gravatar,
Berserk.
5, Berserk, that's 6.
Then
Missile Command Recharged, 7.
Yeah. 7.
Black Widow Recharged.
Yeah.
Didn't say Black Widow, that's 8.
Nope. It's 8.
They did Aka R, but I don't know if it's officially a recharged. Is Aka R a recharged?
Haunted House too, but that's not recharged.
Not recharged. It's not the recharged
No.
name, but it is a redo of an old Atari. It's kind of based on the Atari property.
Yeah. Caro said he thought it was 11. You came up with 8, so.
Yeah, I came up with 8 off the top of my head. There's probably more of them that I missed.
Video Game Vegas is not a fan of Berserk Recharged. I kind of like it. I haven't played a whole lot though.
Yeah. Are you
said
playing
you
it with
were
the classic controller, with the rotating controller? Did you try with the class? I mean, the classic, the retro.
Yeah, Caro said it was 10. Yeah, because you said you had to play with the classic one.
It plays a lot better.
I see, because of the movement of
the movement and then having to aim while you're moving. It's kind of
Yeah.
a cool mechanic that's unique to the VCS. I don't know how well it translated to other consoles.
Yeah, Richard Dello. I'd love to see a Combat Recharged. Yes.
Combat Recharged. There
Yes.
you go. That would be a good one.
Oh man, that'd be a good one. Yep.
Make it happen.
Make it happen, Atari. Come on, you can do it. And they might. I mean, they might end up going through a lot of their library. At least of their popular games, they might end up doing the recharge for. So Combat, is a popular one. It came with the system, of course, but
yeah. Just T. McCloskey is not a fan of Tempest 4000. He's not a fan.
oh,
He's
that
not
game.
a fan of Tempest
I'm
4000.
confused.
He's getting eye strain. He was going into convulsions.
I want to go that far.
I was like, T. McCloskey, go away from the light. Away from the light.
Where?
If you like a Tempest game where you can jump off of the grid, Tempest 4000 is for you. You can jump off of the grid.
Here you go.
When was there jumping in Tempest?
Yeah, there's never jumping in Tempest. So
Quantum, we missed one. Quantum, Caverns of Mars. Here's the ones we missed.
Yep. Then Asteroid, Centipede, Black Widow, Breakout. You said Gravatar.
Yeah, we said Gravatar.
So just only 2 you missed was
we missed Quantum and Cavern of Mars. We missed 2.
It's pretty good.
Not too bad. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, pretty good.
Let's see.
Not bad.
I still haven't even played some of them. I haven't played Black Widow yet. I haven't played a bunch of them yet. I still gotta. It's like when I have a little bit of time, I want to play the Asteroids because I like it so much, But I'm sure I'll like the other ones. I just need to give them a chance.
I don't know if I said it or not, but I did get Yar's Recharged too. Yar's Recharged. I did get that one as well.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun.
I should have got Missile Command. I don't think I got Missile Command though, but next time it goes on sale, I'll have to get.
They have a free version of Missile Command too on the Atari VCS.
Yeah, I got to
download that one. It's still good. It's still really fun. I mean,
yeah,
for a while when I couldn't download any games from my VCS, I did get that Missile Command original. I forgot what it's called. Missile Command something. It was like the prototype for the recharged games.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fun. It's still a really good game.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They made it free. It was just they had it and so they just threw it in there, which is kind of nice. Mikey J says, "Can you play Jaguar on the VCS?"
Just the games that are on the Atari 50th.
Combat was my jam as well.
There are some Jaguar games on the Atari 50th on there.
Is there?
Yeah. I think Tempest 2000's in there. That's a fun game. That's better. That's a better game
Tempest
than
4000.
No, Tempest 2000. P. McCloskey. Look, don't prejudge Tempest 2000 based on Tempest 4000. Tempest 2000 is an excellent game.
Yeah,
check it out. It's in the Atari 50th.
Why did I do the 4000? Dumbass.
Atari 50th has a lot of good games in it.
That's right. It's in the 50th. Okay, yeah. I
In
can
the
check it out right now.
50th. Yeah, you have it right now.
Yep.
It's a
I did buy
pack
that
in
one.
to that.
That was a
50th
must there.
collection.
Yeah, if you're getting a VCS, that's a must. Is a 50th,
Yeah, you got to get the Atari 50th.
Yep. So many games
One of
on
those
there. You got
must-haves.
that. You got those.
All the history, the timeline,
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
the videos. It's a great little package.
And it was only I got on sale for what, $20? I think it's normally 30. It's
Yeah.
still worth full
Still
price.
worth it.
But if
Didn't
you want
Digital
to-
Clips do that? The company they bought? Digital Clips, that's the company they bought. I think
Yes.
they did the Atari 50th. Tempest, see, video game Vegas knows. He knows that Tempest 2000 is incredible. It's one of only 3 good games on the Jaguar.
Well,
Yeah,
there you go.
Tempest 2000 is great, and it's on the Atari 50th. Don't sleep
Yeah,
on it. It's fun. It's a
not the
really good
4,000?
game. Yeah, not the 4000. 4000, even though it's bigger, T. McCloskey, bigger is not always better.
No, it's not. I thought it was going to be better, sucker.
In this one case, it's not.
Well, I felt better because I didn't pay full price for it. It was on sale, so I bought it.
Yeah,
I think I paid what, $5 for it.
Yeah.
You know, if it was that or $3, I can't remember. It wasn't much money, so I don't feel bad.
At least you
I'm
got
not
it
at
on
all.
sale.
Yeah,
At least you got it on sale, T. McCloskey.
Yeah, I'd be really mad if I paid full price. Thor says it's goal to have 50 different Atari 50 SKUs. We might be there now. I mean, there's so many
Might be there.
Atari 50s out there.
Man, my friends are all teasing me about all the ways I have to play Atari, but what they don't understand is I'm a huge fan of Atari. I've always been. It's like, for me, this is like a renaissance. This is all stuff I like, I mean, it's just because I love Atari,
Yep. I always liked Atari. I mean, it was in my, like I said, I mean, Atari 2600 is the only one we ever had, but man, I played the hell of that. Even when I was a teenager, I still played that. Back when stores like Kmart and Hills and all that, man, were like trying to get rid of the Atari 2600 cartridges.
Oh, they sold those things
like,
dirt cheap, man.
yeah, they were like $1 or $2. I was scooping them up.
Man, listen to this, T. McCloskey. There's this place that sells a bunch of used video games near me called Second and Charles. I went in there one day, T. McCloskey. Atari cartridges, 25 cents each.
Wow.
25 cents.
Damn.
I loaded up my collection with like every one that I didn't have, I bought. I mean, literally like a big box full of them.
That's pretty awesome though, to get them for 25 cents.
And like the thing that's odd with Atari is like the best games are cheap because they sold a gazillion of them. There's a few hard to get ones, like Heroes, one of those ones that's kind of a rarity, but for the most part, it's very affordable to collect. I mean, yeah, 25 cents, Carlo. 4 cartridges for $1.
That's why these thrift stores and stuff, you can find them in there sometimes.
Yeah,
definitely worth going to like that Second and Charles of yours, man. You showed them videos of that on your channel.
That place is insane.
Yeah,
They're always getting cool. They're always getting cool stuff there too, man.
I mean,
I gotta stay out of there. My wife told me I'm banned because I am a knick-knack shopper. Every time I go in there, I come up with a bunch of stuff there's only so much space you have to put knickknacks.
Yeah, I never played Hero either. I never heard of it until Papa Brad, actually.
It's great. You can play a version of it on your. You can buy. There's a version anew of it. I think it's called Artie.
Yes,
it's a 7800 version of Hero. It's exactly the same. It's just a newer version.
Yep.
And that's good because it's like affordable. The real cartridge is kind of a rarity nowadays.
All right, we're gonna get the Carl game of the week, and
let's do it.
I'm gonna give my son while we play the video because he gets off in 6 minutes. Good thing we got a long video for.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is in my top. This is in my favorite Carlo game of the weeks ever, up there with Magic Sword.
And you threw some extra stuff in it too, which is
kind
of brings it all together. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
We normally do like 6 minute, 5 minute videos, but I think this one's worth being longer because you pulled it together pretty good. I think.
Yeah, I have a cameo in this one. So we have a cameo. It's going to be really cool.
I was like, 17 minutes. What are you doing, Papa Brad? Then I watched
I
it.
cut
I'm
it
like,
down. I couldn't cut it down. I was too into it.
well, and then I agreed with you. I'm like, oh yeah, we got to keep it. I mean, there's just too
yeah.
much good stuff in it. A lot
Too
of
much good
in there.
stuff.
So let's roll this game of the week.
Yep.
It's time for Carl Game of the Week!
Okay, we're gonna roll it, Pop Brad.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go, guys. Carl game of the week. It is Cloak and Dagger from Atari. I forgot to do the marquee, but
Hello,
roll it.
gamers, and welcome back to Papa Brad's Gaming, the channel where we explore classics and dive into the latest in the gaming world. Today is a special day, as we're going to play a game on the 50th anniversary collection from Atari on the Atari VCS. What better way to honor this iconic brand than to take a look at one of their gems from the past? Of course, I'm talking about the classic Cloak and Dagger. So grab your joysticks and join me on this nostalgic journey. Let's get it started. Cloak and Dagger was released by Atari in 1983 during the golden age of arcade gaming. Developed by Atari and based on the 1984 film of the same name, this title blends espionage, action, and strategy in a unique way. Cloak and Dagger is a very special movie to me because I saw it as a child. It was on a double bill with The Last Starfighter. I believe it was the first movie they played, and The Last Starfighter was the second movie. But I remember because it was so rare to go to a double bill movie like this. But this is where I saw the film Cloak and Dagger. Let's take a look at a trailer for the movie Cloak and Dagger.
His game is make-believe. Their game is murder, spying, and sabotage.
This is starting to get good. What? Just like Cloak and Dagger.
Now any move could be his last.
Show us. Come on, Mr. Cloak and Dagger. Reveal us what you always wanted.
Cloak and Dagger.
Now playing at a theater near you. Consult your local listing.
The game follows the adventures of a character named Jack Flack, a spy trying to thwart an evil plot. What sets Cloak and Dagger apart is its combination of arcade-style shooting and strategic elements. It's not just a mindless button mash. You need to think on your feet and use the dual joysticks to make it out of the levels. Considering its release in the early 80s, Cloak and Dagger features graphics that were ahead of its time. The character sprites are well detailed, and the environments have a distinct style that captures the essence of the spy genre. In terms of sound, the game delivers with catchy and suspenseful soundtrack that enhances the overall experience. Sound effects from gunfire to explosions add a layer of immersion that was quite impressive for its era.
In 1976, Atari struck a deal with media powerhouse Warner Brothers in order to be able to financially support the release of what would eventually become the highly successful Atari 2600 home video game system. This alliance over time would reshape Atari in both good and in bad ways. Perhaps accidentally, however, it did create the first true multimedia company, as Atari would go on to become the first true corporate video game powerhouse in the USA. This also brought Atari into the umbrella of other Warner-owned properties, from film, television, and even comic books. This mixing of movie and television properties in the early days of video games provided several successes for other companies, such as the Disney Bally Midway Tron Enterprise, and some interesting failures within Atari, such as the infamously panned Atari 2600 cartridge for E.T., which, full disclosure, I actually really loved as a kid. Atari didn't make its first official arcade movie crossover until May of 1983, when they would release an arcade adaptation of George Lucas's Star Wars film in the arcades. This first-person perspective on-the-rails style space shooter was a huge success for Atari and an instant arcade classic. Thanks to a combination of a great licensed property, who didn't want to fly an X-Wing fighter after seeing the original Star Wars film the first time, neat wireframe vector graphics, unique controller, and an amazing dedicated cockpit version of the game, and even digital voice samples for the movie, Star Wars would capture the hearts and quarters of arcade video game fans for generations to come. Unfortunately for Atari, they wouldn't piggyback necessarily off the success of Star Wars with their next arcade movie tie-in offering, Firefox. Released in January of 1984, Firefox was based on a Cold War-themed action movie of the same title, starring Clint Eastwood, as he attempted to steal a top-secret fighter plane from the USSR or something. The movie was a moderate success at the box office at the time, but not so much with critics. Firefox would be Atari's first and only arcade game based on Laserdisc technology to be commercially released, although several other Laserdisc-based games exist as prototypes. The game cost operators at the time $3,799, which in 2021 dollars would be over $10,000 for the upright version, or about $4,300, which would almost be $12,000 today for a fancy cockpit version. The game was ultimately unsuccessful. Only 2,100 total games would be manufactured compared to the 12,000 game cabinets for Star Wars being produced. Not just because of the price tag for operators, but disinterest from arcade patrons, and for quickly gaining a reputation as being an extremely unreliable game, thanks to a particularly dodgy Laserdisc player model that was installed in the game. Atari would try yet again in the March of 1984 with another movie licensed game, Cloak Dagger. Unlike the previous movie tie-in title Star Wars or Firefox, Cloak Dagger had been in development before the movie tie-in agreement and would become more of a prop in the film rather than an adaptation of the events in the film in video game form. Originally titled Agent X, Cloak Dagger is a multi-directional shooter designed and programmed by Russell Dahl. Gameplay is like other multi-directional shooters, such as Williams Electronics' Robotron 2084, with some interesting differences. In the game, you play Agent X, who is attempting to thwart the evil plans of one Dr. Boom in his elaborate underground lair and bomb factory. Each level is full of creatures, lava pits, and a shockingly large number of conveyor belts. Agent X attempts to cross one side of each room to the other, avoiding dangerous items and creatures, along with collecting items such as maps, which become useful in future levels to avoid mines. In the center of each level is a bomb, which acts as sort of a timer to complete each level. A player can use the igniter button to light the bomb early, which in turn speeds up the timer for bonus points upon exiting the level. The game also features fun animations in between each level, with a large sprite of Agent X riding on an elevator doing various activities such as playing with a yo-yo or sweating if you had a close call in the previous level. The final level features a boss fight with Dr. Boom himself on floor 32, although I think it's actually level 33 if you're counting correctly, of his compound. Those defeating Dr. Boom were treated to a very quick look at the top secret plans Agent X has saved from the evil Dr. Boom. Agent X was, like many games at Atari, in development in a testing phase around 1982 through 83 at the company. During the phase of development in which the game was being prepped for a possible full release, Universal Pictures reached out to Atari about the possibility of creating a video game for their new film in pre-production called, you guessed it, Cloak Dagger. The film Cloak Dagger is a Cold War-themed spy film based on a Cornell Woolrich story, The Boy Who Cried Murder, which had been adapted to several films previously over the years. The film Cloak Dagger stars Henry Thomas as Davy Osborne, who rose to fame playing the lead character Elliot in the film E.T., and longtime Hollywood character actor Staple Dabney Coleman in a dual role, both as Henry's overworked single-parent provider and as the imaginary spy Jack Flack, or Agent X. Davy's character can be moderately described as an obsessive gamer, deeply involved with the video games and kind of RPG pen and paper style gaming, especially ones based around the Jack Flack character and universe, which is kind of like a fakey James Bond kind of character. Davey becomes mixed up accidentally in the smuggling of top secret plans for a stealth bomber when he witnesses a murder and is given an Atari 5200 cartridge of Cloak and Dagger, which, by the way, contains a secret microchip with those plans that is activated when a player reaches a certain score playing the game. Good thing Davey had a 5200 and say not even a television, or this would have been a much shorter film. Due to Davey's overactive imagination and also writing his name on a softball he drops at the murder scene, the bad guys find out where he lives, and he only has his imaginary friend of Jack Flack to help him when the guns come out, and he runs all over San Antonio, Texas, trying to get someone to believe him. Retro gaming fans tend to love this movie since it's full of vintage Atari gaming goodness and advertising all over the place. Several of the Atari home video game titles and the game shop Davey frequents in the film were never actually released, including, ironically, Cloak and Dagger, along with home versions of Atari's classic Tempest. It's important and interesting to mention again that Cloak and Dagger is a unique movie tie-in concept for the time period, since it isn't based on actual events in the film compared to the Star Wars or Firefox arcade game. Also, it's interesting that Cloak and Dagger was not a film released by Warner Brothers, Atari's parent company. So Warner Brothers really didn't have a stake in the film at all. Universal was interested in using Agent X since it was themed somewhat similarly to the spy themes in the script already, which had been written several years before. Universal Pictures had originally introduced Donkey Kong as the video game cartridge in the movie, according to early versions of the script. Universal also gives the original title of Cloak and Dagger several shout-outs in the film itself. The Jack Flack character explains while hidden in the trunk of the car at one point in the movie that he used to be known as Agent X.
Agent X, help! Help me! Get him off me!
Enough for you in here.
Now, over on the arcade front of things, business-wise, the industry was starting to move towards selling conversion kits for operators as a cheaper alternative to buying a whole new game for a location. Cloak and Dagger would only be sold officially as a conversion kit. Dedicated units technically do exist, housed in the same cabinet style as the dedicated upright Crystal Castles machines, but they were only made for testing and prototyping purposes and never officially offered for sale outside of Atari. Atari wisely marketed Cloak and Dagger as a kit specifically for older titles from rival game manufacturer Williams Electronics. Targeted for cabinets such as Defender, Robotron, Joust, and Stargate, Atari was able to tap into a rather large pool of possible arcade game cabinet conversion needs, since most of the above titles sold very well, and by 1983-84 might not have been earning as much money for operators as they had in the past. Kits included specifically dedicated control panels for the machine. The Defender cabinet uses a somewhat different style of overlay and control panel than other Williams titles, and was shipped with a different control panel for that version of the kit. PCB, a PCB cage, a filter board, wiring, side art, a marquee, and instructions. The game PCB uses the previous Williams game power supply and audio amplifier. Specific production numbers of Cloak and Dagger kits from Atari is unfortunately unknown. I would personally estimate as few as 1,200 kits, and maybe as many as 2,000 kits were made and distributed. The game is uncommon today, but is sought after by collectors thanks to its rarity and the movie tie-in. Defender cabinet-based conversions to Cloak and Dagger seem much more common than any other Williams cabinet. This could be because Williams made over 60,000 Defender games, and at the time of Cloak and Dagger's release, it would have been the oldest title out of the Williams catalog in which these games were targeted towards. Atari seemed pleased enough with the arcade game to start working on versions for both the Atari 8-bit home computers and for the Atari 5200 game system. Unfortunately, with the market conditions for home video games in 1984 and Atari's eventual economic woes, the home versions would not be completed or ever see the official light of day. Today, only an incomplete prototype for the home computer version has been located by collectors. In the film Cloak and Dagger, even though Davey is seen playing the game on an Atari 5200, the version shown in the film is simply the arcade game ported through a monitor, and the product boxes are just mock-ups. By the mid-1980s, Atari was sold off and broken up into two different companies, Atari Corporation and Atari Games. Atari Corporation would focus on home computers mostly, but eventually would get back into home video game systems, while Atari Games would continue to produce arcade games up until about the early 2000s. Atari Games would release several games based on movie properties and television properties over the years, including one based on the 1989 Tim Burton Batman film. Cloak and Dagger is a unique and interesting title, providing some great outside-of-the-box thinking in both gameplay, design, and even marketing. It goes down as the only game the pre-broken up 1984 Atari released solely as a conversion kit. The game also showcases a unique way of attempting to tie in a video game product into a cross-media property without producing an inferior product along the way. It's a shame Cloak and Dagger was released in the year during so many economic woes for Atari and the gaming industry. Otherwise, it may have found a more widespread success and a home release. Although the title today may not be very recognizable outside of hardcore arcade game collectors and enthusiasts, it's a very entertaining and important piece of Atari's history.
Let's talk about the challenge level. Cloak and Dagger isn't a walk in the park. It requires a combination of quick reflexes, strategic thinking, and resource management. Difficulty ramps up as you progress, keeping you on your toes, ensuring that each playthrough remains engaging. As for replayability, the game's unique blend of action and strategy make it worth revisiting. In conclusion, Cloak and Dagger is a true classic that showcases Atari's innovative approach to gaming. It's a combination of action and strategy, along with its impressive graphics and sound first time, and make it a standout title in the Atari library. As we celebrate Atari's 50th anniversary, it is essential to revisit these classics that laid the foundation for the gaming industry we know today. What are your memories of Cloak and Dagger? Do you have any favorite Atari games? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming content, ring the notification bell to stay updated. Until next time, keep gaming, my friends, and as always, stay legit.
Stay legit.
All right. T. McCloskey, Cloak and Dagger on the Atari 50th collection, a true hidden gem. Have you played this one, Bud? Have you played it ever?
Yeah, a long time ago, but yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The thing about this game, though, it's like you have to convert a Defender or a Robotron. Was how this game was made. It was made as a conversion kit. Right around the time of the video game crash. So it truly is a great game, though. When you get into it, it's really fun to play.
Yeah, it is fun.
It has the Robotron style gameplay with the two joysticks being movement and fire.
Thanks, Jason. Yeah, I don't have to play this game again. It's been so long since I played it. I only played it a couple of times. I kind of forgot about it until
it's a real rarity too. And like it's once you figure out what's going on, it's more fun. Like you have to get those secret pieces, and those make the arrows. So when you get to the mine level, you know where to walk. So there's a little bit of strategy in it, and you can also blow up the room. There's you can throw like a fuse that you can throw into the bomb and activate the bomb, and you get more points.
Nice.
But, yeah, it's fun, man. I thoroughly enjoyed visiting Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, I got to revisit that one. I got to revisit. It's on Coin-Op-Sex, right?
Yeah, I remember it. Like this was like a pivotal moment in my childhood. Double feature. T. McCloskey. Double feature.
Double feature.
First movie, Cloak and Dagger, followed up by The Last Starfighter. You talk about two iconic 80s video game movies back to back. That's how I saw it. I saw the double feature.
Double feature, yeah. I just don't.
They don't do that anymore. These Hollywood's too greedy. I've never heard of them doing a double feature. Have you recently?
Just if you can find a drive-through, theater, that's the only way you can do the double features anymore.
Yeah, crazy.
But yeah,
crazy.
You want to go way back? My dad, when he was a kid, he would pay. What did he say? He would pay like 15 cents or 30 cents, and you could stay in the movie theater all day. Back in the day, that was back like in like 50s or 60s, whatever. But you pay a little price, and you could stay in there all day if you wanted to.
Yeah,
sure can't do that anymore. You can't even, like you said, you can't get double features.
Yeah, no double features, T. McCloskey. I want to give one more massive Arcade Talk shout out to Vintage Arcade Gal, who did a huge chunk of this video. When I got into researching it, I was like, there's no way I'll be able to make something better than this video. I mean, this is like, we watched maybe just a touch of the video. She actually restores a Cloak and Dagger and from scratch, so it's a great video. It's very long format. But just the information was like, when I started talking to you about it, it's like, well, what do I want to cut? I mean, this is all really interesting. I learned all about Atari watching that video. And I thought that was a really great way to just the clips and all the archival footage. You can't touch that, T. McCloskey. And if you're not subscribed, go over to Vintage Arcade Gal and subscribe. She has a lot of great classic arcade content. She does real arcades. But what's great about her channel is she also gets into the history of each game. And they're almost like mini documentaries on the different games she restores. So I enjoy the content over there, and I just wanted to share it with this audience because I don't know if there's a bunch of crossover, but there's some pretty good content over there if you want to check it out.
And I'll put the link in the description of our live stream as well. So
yeah,
once we're done,
yeah.
I'll put the link in the description over to that channel. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. You did a good job on that one. I liked it.
Yeah,
a lot of good information in there.
She has some really incredible videos. Like if you're into video game history at all, or you're into the classic era of like 80s arcade, like her channel's like a love song to 80s arcade games. Just really great stuff. One of my favorite content creators that I watch. So
nice. Cloak and Dagger, Atari. What year was that? I forget what year. What year did the movie that come out?
Was it 84? I can't remember now. On a blank. Was it 84? It was like the late 80s, mid 80s.
Mid 80s. 1984. The movie.
Was I right? 1984. Man, I was guessing a little bit. Team Klosky, I was guessing a little bit.
You got it. 1984.
Yeah. If you like John's Arcade, you should check out Vintage Arcade Gal. She does some pretty cool content. John's Arcade was a great channel too. I love that channel when John was talking about all the classic arcade games. Good stuff.
Yeah, go check it out, Leo. I'm gonna go check it out myself because it's been a long time since I played that game.
Yeah,
gotta get on CoinOps X and play it.
Yeah, it plays great on the VCS too. I mean,
oh, does it?
Yeah, it plays really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because Digital Eclipse did that title and the emulation and everything. I mean, Digital Eclipse that's what they do. They do these compilation releases,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What you doing, T. McCloskey?
Doing some Pop Brad.
He's going rogue. Uh-oh.
Hey, Pop, I'd bring it in, Pop Brad.
Dirty Donnie. Dirty Donnie, New Wave Toys. Shout out. Dirty Donnie.
There it is, Pop Brad.
Yeah.
Looks so good on their black light.
Yep.
You kind of see it there. Dirty Donnie signed it down here.
That is so cool.
The print, but it came out better than I thought it would.
Yeah, Carlos says his eyes. He's going blind. That neon is popping in the black light. It's so bright.
Yeah. See if I can unplug.
That's a sweet pickup, man. You need to hang that on your wall over there. Hang in that little hidden spot, the little nook. The nook.
Yeah, I got to get in a frame though.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to wrinkle it up.
You kind of see it there, the black light hitting it.
Yeah, man, it pops.
Yeah. Looks so good. It looks better in person, but yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad I got it. It was a little expensive, but they did a great job on it. If he does any other full-size ones, I'll get them. I got to put it in frame though, since it's signed by Dirty Donnie. I got to.
Yeah, it's a collectible.
Yeah, definitely a collectible.
Get a frame, keep it nice,
Yeah, hopefully they do more. Hopefully they got a good response, and they'll do more of them. I mean, the mini ones are cool, but full size I put on my wall in my arcade here.
I wouldn't want the mini ones.
Nah. If I was going to do a mini arcade like some of these people do, I would, but I want it for my full size arcade because they did such a great job. The UV on that print is so good. I was shocked when I was doing that video on it. I was like, damn, man, They did a hell of a job on that thing.
So what do you think? Frankenstein made it to this room. He came out pretty good.
Yeah, look, Frankenstein behind
What
you.
am I gonna
too.
do with this
Watching you.
giant door? I mean, I was like, I'm gonna hang up Frankenstein on this door.
And then you got Grogu over there.
I know Grogu. Frankenstein's a misunderstood monster. You know,
I know.
it's like Papa Brad.
Yeah, Dirty Donnie sells out too quickly. You are correct. Video Vegas, man, his shit does. If you want it, man, you got to get it so fast.
Yeah.
I keep waiting for the rug because Dirty Donnie's supposed to do a small rug, and I wanted to get one of those. But you got to get in there fast, man, or they'll be gone.
Hey, look who we got. We got Bozo Calvin Jr.
Hey, welcome, Bozo
Welcome
Calvin
to
Jr.
the stream. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here.
Welcome.
Yeah, T. McCloskey, there's nothing like a good arcade history video to cut the numbers down. I think we lost like 8 or 10 people.
Yeah, I thought there was
Nothing
30
like a
something
good
in
little
there.
bit of arcade history.
Nah, don't want to watch it.
Really cut the stream down.
But it was so good too, man. I like
It was
that.
so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good.
Oh, we did a poll earlier, Pub Brad, and it's still going.
Is it still going? Are we going to close it out and find out the results?
Yeah.
Is it time? Is it time to close the poll?
It's time. We got 39 votes on there, Pub Brad. And
that is great.
The poll was: would you pay $200 for a 1/6 scale virtual pinball machine?
I would, but let's see what the poll says.
Yes, 67% said yes, and 33% said no. In the poll, sucker. So that's a pretty good. 39 people voted, and that's pretty good. People would pay that,
man. It's not bad, and we get more people each time we stream, bud.
Yeah, and people voted on that. That was awesome.
Thank you for voting. Thank you for voting.
So people would. Cause I'm thinking if New Wave Toy brings these out, I don't see them bringing them out for $130 like the arcade cabinets. I could be wrong. But virtual pinball always seems to be a little more expensive. So I'm assuming it's going to be a little higher than what they do the cabinets. But who knows?
Could be.
Thor says, any guesses what table they're making? Nope, we're just guessing. I guessed Centaur, but like Pop Brad said, it'd be something more mainstream, like Attack from Mars or Black Hole or Haunted House.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, you did do the poll.
Countdown.
Yeah, see that we always lose a percentage, Pop Brad, when we end a poll.
Yeah.
It was 67%, not 66.
You lose 1%.
Yeah, every time.
You know, YouTube has taken that 1%. It's a little bit of extra they keep, just like all the super chats. They get like what, 60%? They get their cut. YouTube gets you. They like getting paid.
Yeah, see, it's not going to be a recreation with moving balls because New Wave Toys, they're famous for what? Be able to plug these little machines into a bigger size monitor so you can play on a bigger size monitor and then use a controller or something like that. So it's going to be a virtual pinball so they can continue to do that concept. Because that's why I bought New Wave Toys, is to plug them into
Team
a bigger monitor.
I mean, we're assuming that this is going to be themed to one table. What if it's like, I'm gonna bust your bubble. I'm gonna bust your bubble. What if you can put multiple tables on it?
No. Well, yeah, it'd be cool to get multiple tables, but not.
What if it has two screens?
I don't want multi art though.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, it'd be cool if they did more than one. But I
don't think they're going to do that because Atgames is doing that with the 4K, and they already have the HD, which is great. I don't think they'll do that, but I mean, it'd be interesting to see. Right now, all we can do is speculate, But we're not even thinking. We're not even thinking about if it was a multi-pin where you could do multiple. But I'm thinking their niche is they do replicas, So I think it will probably be one table, but
only way. And
I don't know yet. We don't know, T. McCloskey.
If there's a couple versions of one table, maybe you'd get a couple if it's a virtual.
Multi Gottlieb would be interesting. I think so.
Yeah.
Toy Shock did one.
Yeah. Yeah, we had bad storms yesterday. No, was it yesterday? Tuesday.
Bad storms,
bad storms. And my electricity kept going in and out, and that's when I used Stream. I couldn't get on there, man. Everything, my computer kept going on and off. I finally just shut it off. I was like, I don't need a power surge. Blow up my PC. So I turned off all my arcades. Computer off.
Gotta keep those arcades safe, man.
Those winds were terrible, man.
Keep them on power strips.
The one time they said there was a tornado watch in our area, and all of a sudden, man, the winds picked up. And it was so loud, man. I was like, man, there better not be a tornado near us.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like 80-mile-per-hour winds. Didn't last real long, but long enough. Like, oh shit, man, I hope there's no damn tornado gonna wipe us
Rough
out.
weather.
Did you have any of that?
Yeah, we actually had Monday off, half day at school because the weather was so bad. We had it was crazy. There was a bit of a delay though. You always err on the side of caution though. Because who can predict the weather? You can't 100% predict the weather. But man, it was bad when it came. It was super high winds. Crazy.
So you got
unusual, almost like I won't say hurricane level, but close, man.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Another one on Friday evening. Yeah, so you got it a day earlier than we did.
Yeah,
I think it went all the way up the East Coast too. I think my mom got a little bit
It's crazy bad weather.
It was a huge storm. Even my mom in Ohio got some snow from it. Same system. It's like crazy. Yeah, even Gooffoot said off, unplugged everything. Same here.
Hollywood Polo knows. Hollywood Polo. Papa Brad's been playing Poosh. I've been pushing.
He's pushing it.
Actually, I think I'm ahead of Hollywood Polo on the leaderboards, which never happens. I don't know if you know this. T. McCloskey. Hollywood Polo is an amazing gamer.
Oh,
he is a true gamer. Like if you look at high scores, he's in every list. And T. McCloskey, it's a secret. I'm actually ahead of Hollywood Polo. Last time I checked. You know what's going to happen, T. McCloskey?
Not for long.
It's over now. By tomorrow, I'll be knocked off that leaderboard. I'll be knocked behind him.
He's like, I'm firing it up right now, Papa Red. I'm firing it up.
Yeah. One thing, I do love leaderboards, man. They make me want to play games. I just love getting all your friends in a leaderboard challenge is awesome.
Yeah, I love the leaderboards too. Like when I do the pinball stuff on the Atgames mini there, I always look to see if I'm near any of you guys.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun. Pinball. Sometimes that'll keep you playing. If you're close to someone you're like, oh, I got to keep playing until I can get the score. I think it motivates. For me, it's a motivator when I'm playing games.
Push is a popular game. Push. Oh, push it.
You know what? My push stream got a not fit for advertisement warning.
Look what Hollywood Post said. Well played.
And I don't really know why, T. McCloskey. All I was doing was pushing. I was just pushing.
He's coming for you.
It must be something about that word push because they hit me. They hit me, said this video is unfit for advertising. It doesn't matter though. But I did some pushing. A few people were there. I made a video. It's a really good, inexpensive game. It's fun to play. It is super addictive though. Like I literally when I first played, I'm like, I'm gonna play this for just like 5 minutes. And it's like 2 hours later, I'm still playing it, trying to get on the leaderboard. But
Video Game Vegas. The reason you rarely see me on the leaderboard is because I suck. But I have fun. I'm with you, Video Game Vegas.
I don't know, T. McCloskey. You beat me on some of them pinball tables.
Beat you on was it Bare Bones? I beat you?
Bone Busters.
Bone Busters, yeah. What did I say?
Beat me on Bone Busters. You said Bare Bones.
What the fuck is that?
Bare Bones. I mean,
Bare Bones.
You thinking about Cocaine Bear? I mean, God, did you see Cocaine Bear?
Yeah,
that movie was a train wreck, man.
I was awesome. Like, my wife made me watch it.
I wanted it to be so bad it was good, but it was just kind of so bad.
It was bad. I was like, man, I feel like I wasted 2 hours of my life.
Can I get this 2 hours back, please?
It was terrible.
Yeah,
it was terrible.
You know what was it? When I was a kid, I saw this movie, and I haven't seen it since. But there was this movie called Grizzly. It was about a grizzly bear that was attacking people. It came out, I think it came out after
Adams?
Jaws. No,
Grizzly Adams?
Not Grizzly Adams. I know
remember Grizzly Adams?
I remember Grizzly Adams. It wasn't Grizzly. The movie was just called Grizzly, and it was kind of a horror movie about a bear that was like hunting people. I wonder if you can watch that movie somewhere. I haven't thought about that in years.
Grizzly?
Yeah, Poosh does have the beat from Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. Yep. The artist that does the music's really good. The music in that game is fire.
Was it?
Yeah, it's really good music. And the thing is, the game sucks you in because it just gradually increases the difficulty, and it's like you get a little further each time. It's one of those die and repeat games where sometimes you'll have a bad run and you'll just get killed instantly almost, and then other times you'll get pretty far.
There it is.
There it is, Grizzly. Do your zoom. You got to do your zoom. Do your signature.
I won't.
Steve McCloskey zoom.
Let me go so far, Papa Brad. I can't read people's names.
What about if I take this off? What if I took that off?
Yeah, I
Go
can't.
any bigger? Can you zoom in anymore?
No, I can't.
Look at that. Look at that movie poster. Man, I kind of want that movie poster. That movie poster is pretty awesome.
Here, I'll put a zoom, sucker.
That movie poster is cool.
It is pretty cool. Oops.
Yeah, the movie Grizzly was during the classic time when animals attacking people was all the rage. Orca.
Yeah,
worm,
right, I got it.
Alligator. Yep.
18-foot of gut crunching, man eating terror. Grizzly.
18 feet of gut crunching, man eating terror. Christopher George. Andrew Prine. I don't know how to say that. Richard something.
Jackal. Richard Jackal.
Jackal.
And the star, Grizzly himself.
Grizzly.
Do you recognize any of those names? And you got Joanne
Absolutely
McCall,
not.
Joe Dorsey. That came out in 1976.
See, this would have been a drive-in movie theater for me. Like, this is when, I saw Jaws in the drive-in theater. This would have been during that time.
Yeah.
We didn't see this one. I remember there was another movie I saw called Food of the Gods. It was a monster movie with, creatures attacking people. But in Food of the Gods, rats get big. There's a growth hormone, and it makes the animals get real large.
Jason, I'm holding out for Godzilla versus Grizzly.
Godzilla versus Grizzly.
Richard Denno said he knows.
Dude, bears don't play, man. You don't want to get attacked by a bear. A bear is a very, very strong animal. Very fierce.
Yep.
Food of the Gods had Joan Collins in it. That is correct, from Dynasty. Remember Joan Collins?
Yep. Jason said Grizzly 2 Revenge came out in 2020.
Really? They made a sequel. I'll be.
Food from the Gods. Joanne Collins. Yep. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen Grizzly. I would have to say I probably never seen Grizzly before.
Yeah.
Seen Grizzly Adams.
Lee Adams.
TV show. That was the first thing that popped up when I did the search. Was Grizzly Adams. Then the movie popped up. That's funny. The movies you come up with, Pop Brad. How do you remember that one?
Sorry. I don't know, man. I just go off on these tangents.
I can't even think of anywhere right now from the 70s, except for Star Wars. It's only a 70s movie I can think of right now.
Yeah.
I saw some kind of alien movie. It freaked me out, gave me nightmares.
Yeah? When you were a kid?
Yeah, I don't remember
the name of it?
It's probably stupid. If you watch it now, it's probably dumb, but it freaked me out.
Was it Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Nah, it wasn't Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That didn't really. Well, that one kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss is in Close Encounters of the Third. Let's play a 7 Degrees of Stern Jaws pinball. Richard Dreyfuss was in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, who was also in Jaws, the Stern pinball.
And yeah, he's actually in the artwork on which one? Is it the premium? He's on the side.
I don't know.
Or the pro, or not the pro, limited edition. He's on one of the side art on one of those Stearns pinball.
I'll tell you what, that Jaws pinball got a lot of coverage on YouTube. Everyone was talking about Jaws.
One of these days, I'll do this opening.
What is that? What's in that box? Is that a lightsaber? I can't see the name.
I gotta turn my light back on.
Okay.
Which is under my desk.
No way. You're going to start hunting for cards?
Huh?
Carlo is going to get 2,600 plus. Pinball cover. Stern pinball cover. You got a Stern pinball cover to put on top of your pinball when you get it.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Wait and see which one it is. Cone Bean Bear.
Oh, neat. Those are probably a must-have if you have animals, so they're not jumping on top of it, scratching the glass.
Yeah. Cat, if you had a cat.
Cats especially, yeah.
So, yeah, Caro ordered 2,600. Pop Brad convinced me to go hunting for carts.
Yeah.
Oh, you're actually gonna go hunting for cartridges too, Pop or Caro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You'll find a bunch.
Yeah, if you go to thrift stores and stuff, you should be able to find some. Even though I looked in our Goodwill and stuff, I couldn't find any. Only looked a couple times, but
Video Game Vegas giving us some knowledge.
but
The
you know,
only
there's
reason Stern Jaws is getting all the attention is because it's the only pinball launching right now.
wait, well, you got the lab ones.
Also, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
YouTubers that are looking to get in the Stern loan program, influencer program. That's another reason why we're seeing so much coverage.
Well, they ain't gonna get one. They ain't like they're gonna get one for free.
No, they get to review it and have it shipped to them for free for a while to do.
Is that how Stern does it?
That's how they do it. Yeah, they don't give it to you for there's no free pinballs. They're not throwing out free pinballs.
This sounds like it would be
Like a loaner program.
Because you had to unbox it, didn't get a box it back up.
Do that again. Do that again.
You're killing me, Pop Brad. That's just too much work for me over here.
Yeah, I know.
You're all excited.
I have a $13,000 camera, and then these pinball people, like a $13,000 camera rig to film a pinball stream with 25 people watching. It's like that math, T. McCloskey, that math doesn't really work for me.
No.
No.
It doesn't even have a big boat. Stern Jaws doesn't have enough enemies.
The biggest fail is they turned Jaws into just a bash toy.
Yeah.
You just bash the ball into him. There's no gimmick. He could just been a drop down target. I mean, I love the property. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably still gonna love playing it.
$7,000 for the cheapest one.
They could have done so much more. To me, it's a big swing, and I'm not sure if they hit it out the park on that one.
No, because they had that one where you do all those buoys and that, and then at the end of that, you should have to drop the ball into its mouth and blow it up.
Yeah,
and they can show Jaws being blown up on a DMD.
They got you hunting all these ooh, let's get a sand shark. How about a hammerhead shark? I mean, that wasn't what Jaws was about.
Oh, you're talking about the challenge?
The great white shark. Jaws was a killing machine.
What was the other one? The first one you have to do, shark? It's one I never really heard of. Mike Shark or something like that.
Shark. Like Tiger Shark or God knows what. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's a little bit of a miss. I mean, I like,
Yeah, it looks cool and everything. But it's just a couple things they could have did a little
the
better.
land shark. The land shark.
Land shark. Kenny Graham. Yeah, they kind of, I mean, for that kind of money, man, it should have been a ball drop in its mouth and blows up.
Yeah. They showed the ball in the mouth they made a giant Jaws with the ball in the mouth of the Jaws.
And then you get the table and doesn't have that.
Table doesn't even have that.
Stupid.
Doesn't even have that.
Yeah, that's where they really missed. Not sure why they decided on that. Like you said, it's just a bash toy.
It's just a bash toy. It's just another target to hit. The boat flips up and you got another bash toy. It's just a target.
Oh, that head.
They have so many pinballs that do cool things, like the Jurassic Park when the T-Rex eats the ball. You got the Demogorgon where you fire the ball into its mouth. I mean, it's not like they haven't done that mechanic before.
Yeah, the guy under the boat is called Deadeye. So that's must be a shot called a Deadeye.
Oh, okay.
If you look, his one eye's closed.
Oh, there's a guy under the boat.
Yeah, remember I showed it in our last stream. I was like, look, Uncle Fester.
What is it? Uncle Fester.
He was under the boat. Remember I showed that?
Fester.
Looked like Uncle Fester on down there.
It is interesting that the Pro has the best art too. To me, like the cheapest one really looks the best as far as the artwork.
Yeah.
Plus, you get to see Jaws. You get to see Jaws the whole time. To me, the boat mechanic is not impressive. It's just not impressive. The boat looks like a Fisher-Price toy. It does not look good. Now, will there be people that make little mod kits to switch that boat out to something a little more appropriate? Probably 100%. But when you're spending all that kind of money, why not? They could have done better than that. It's kind of just, to me, it's it could have been better.
Didn't even use the same colors for that boat.
They even use the same colors of the video. And I didn't even know what boat it was. Goofy Foot explained it to me in one of these streams.
I
It's
thought
like
it was
a
that
fishing,
green one.
it's like a
Like-
fishing boat, or it's not the fishing boat. It's like
No.
it's a boat that sinks, I think.
Yeah,
But
cracked.
I don't even
it's
remember
cracked.
that. Yeah.
I think it's green and red.
But
I
it's
think.
not even those. The colors don't even match. You know, they should at least had it match up with the video clip that they have.
Yeah, because they have a video clip of that boat. I think it's
Yeah, I
green
mean,
and red.
Jaws is about the great white shark. You know, we don't want to hunt tiger sharks or hammerheads.
Yeah, they got what, 5 different sharks you got to do?
It's ridiculous.
Wait.
Ridiculous.
The one challenge I think is kind of neat is the knot. You know, the knot tying.
The knots,
challenge.
yeah, making the loops and doing the knot.
I think that's kind of cool. But the shark one is kind of weird. You got to do all these different type of sharks as a challenge. Kind of goofy, but overall, though, I mean, it doesn't look bad.
Doesn't look bad. It doesn't look great though either. It's a great property though. The IP is great.
Yeah, ski boot from Jaws 2. Yeah,
and I guess they can only do so much without being able to get the main character on the pinball table. You know,
at least they got him in the video clips.
They got him in the video clips a little bit, just a little bit. A couple back of the head shots. It doesn't seem to be in there too much, but he's in there a little bit.
Well, they got his face in there. One when he's doing a chum, throwing a chum overboard.
When he's chumming, the chum, throwing the chum.
Yeah, so he's in there because I don't think
he's got to feel. I mean, if you were connected to Roy Scheider, you got to feel cheated. That was the best scene that they picked for him out of all the cool stuff he did in Jaws.
There might be some more in there. We didn't see all of it.
We didn't see all of it. Yeah, I wonder if there's a part where you get to blow up the shark, like like in the Jaws movie where they fire the barrels.
Oh yeah, the barrel. That's what I was saying. Like that one challenge where you have to do the 4 barrels or 5 barrels. The last one you should have to pop it in its mouth and blow it up.
That would be cool. That would have
That'd
made
be
it.
really
That would have made it. Even if they only did it for like what's the deluxe one, the limited or whatever. Even if only the limited had it or something.
Limited edition. Yeah.
Just to push it to like the next level.
I mean, you should be able to blow up Jaws, and you should be able to throw the ball in its mouth like it's the TNT.
Like Jaws went downhill. Jaws was great. Jaws 2 was pretty good.
Yeah,
Jaws 3 was not that good. It was like a downward grade on those movies. Like the first one was an all-time movie classic. It's one of the best movies ever made. The second one, it still had some of the characters you loved, so it still was good. Wasn't as good as the original. But then that third one was like, it was I won't call it franchise killer, but it didn't help Jaws's case for making more Jaws movies.
No. Yeah, that came out in 1975.
Video Game Vegas says Jaws 3D was in 3D. He has a 3D Blu-ray.
Damn, dude.
Maybe Video Game Vegas is a fan of Jaws 3.
You know how much
this time it's personal, Jaws 3.
Do you know how much Jaws made, the first one? Came out June 20th, 1975. So it was like an early summer release. The budget was $9 million. Guess how much it made, Pop?
T. McCloskey, this was pre-Star Wars. This was like probably one of the biggest movies ever before Star Wars.
Guess how much the first Jaws made, Pop Brad?
I don't know.
$476 million.
476 million.
476 million. 0.5.
For that rubber shark that they couldn't make work.
It only cost them $9 million. That's pretty. Yeah, I would say that
they got cheated on that shark. That's why the movie's filmed the way it is. But actually, the fact that the shark didn't work is what made the movie so great. It was the accidental, like the shark malfunctioned all the time. Yeah. So, but that made it more suspenseful because the way it was edited.
Ain't that so funny? And then you had that Jaws ride in Universal.
I used to love that ride.
That Jaws used to break down all the time too. My one friend worked on it.
Yeah,
he said that thing was always breaking down, just like the movie.
Yeah, no, but it was like it was such a cool thing to go to Universal and have the Jaws where the Jaws attacks the little car you're on.
Yeah,
I always thought that was one of my favorite rides at Universal when they used to have Jaws.
Yeah, I rode it. I think I rode it once. I was only at Universal once.
They decommissioned it though. I mean, it was a while back.
Because it was breaking down all the time.
They probably breaking down. That Jaws was probably a mechanical nightmare to keep fixing, kind of like a real pinball machine, Probably required a lot of maintenance, mechanical parts, running in the water.
One of my good friends from high school actually worked on that thing for a while.
Worked on the Jaws.
Yeah, and he said that thing was always breaking down. They always were fixing that damn thing. He said, I think that's probably why it finally went away. Got tired of all that time and money in it.
It's funny. They get rid of Jaws, but they kept the Waterworld stunt show for like ever at Universal.
Is it still there?
They might even still have it. The Waterworld stunt show. It's like Waterworld.
Last time I knew it was there, but I'm not sure.
Still there? Is that still there? Really? Waterworld? Really? Everyone knows Waterworld is just an all-time classic. And there's a pinball machine for Waterworld. Did you know that? There's a Waterworld pinball machine?
I did not.
They had it at Waybacks.
Movie.
Yeah, it's not a bad it's not a bad movie. Kevin Costner. It's not a bad movie.
I like it.
But if I have to trade Jaws for Waterworld, I would say Jaws would be a priority, keeping Jaws at Universal.
Yeah, I wonder if that's last time I knew that was there, but Jaws is long gone.
Jaws is number 7 all time, adjusted for inflation. That's interesting.
Waterworld Universal Studios.
Still going?
Looks like it might be still going. Yeah.
So Jaws is still in the top 10. That's hard to believe. Still going. To this day, Waterworld is still at Universal. That's crazy.
Runs 20 minutes.
Huh?
Waterworld Studios Hollywood. I'm not sure if it's one down in Orlando still, but it's definitely in Universal Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah.
It could be in both.
I only went to the Hollywood Universal one time. It was so long ago. It was it was so long ago that they had Back to the Future the ride, and they had the King Kong ride pre Skull Island. They had the original King Kong, the first version. That's how long ago it was that I went to Universal Studios Hollywood. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, mine was 1995 was when I went. First and only time, 1995.
I've been to the one in Orlando a couple
That's when
times.
I was at.
That's the one I like. It's still fun.
Yeah, it might not be in Orlando.
Definitely probably not. It probably would have came up if it was in Orlando.
Yeah, because the only thing that came up for that was Universal's Volcano Bay. So I think it rethemed it to this Volcano Bay.
Yeah. You'd have a Papa Brad Stern pinball instead of a plunger. You'd launch the ball with an Atari joystick. Yeah, there you go. That would be Papa Brad. Jason says the Waterworld is not in Orlando.
Yeah, I think it's at Volcano Bay.
They still, speaking of shows at theme parks, they still have that Raiders of the Ark show, the Indiana Jones show. That was always pretty fun. Always enjoyed that one at is it still called Hollywood Studios? What's it called? The Disney movie themed park.
Which one?
The movie themed park from Disney. It was originally, I think, Hollywood Studios, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it is now. Hollywood.
That's what it is now. Okay, yeah. I just want
something else.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it used to be called. Somebody probably knows in the chat. Yeah, what was it? Because when I went the first time to Disney, it was called The Other.
Yeah,
now
it was for me too. Then they changed it.
Yeah, yeah, back in 2016 or something like they changed it. I can't remember. But yeah, what was it called? Yeah, MGM Studios.
Universal MGM Studios. That's right. Thank you. The MGM. That's the first time I went. That's what it's called. Then it became a Disney property.
And now it's Hollywood Studios.
Still got all the great rides there. Still got the Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror.
Yep.
Twilight Zone. Great property. Hopefully we see the pinball on that game.
Star Tours is still there. Oh, speaking of Star Wars, did you know
Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster?
Yeah, that one's really good. Did you know, Pop Brad, there's a new Star Wars movie coming out in 2025?
I did not know that. Isn't this the Arcade Talk and Star Wars review channel?
Yes. Guess who is going to be in a Star Wars movie? Grogu and Mandalorian.
They're going to be in the movie?
It's a Mandalorian movie.
Oh, a Mandalorian movie. That could be cool. I love the
Grogu
Mandalorian.
in it. And they said the guy playing Mandalorian in the TV series is going to play the Mandalorian, so he's going to be back.
Pedro
for that movie.
Pascal.
Yep, he's
Like
going to be
behind the mask.
Yep, he's going to be in it. So, yeah, I think it's supposed to come out next year, 2025, I do believe. I just read something on that. Actually, I actually had a little thing on it for tonight's show. I forgot I even had that little clip.
I just watched Ahsoka.
There you go.
Baby Yoda heads
Next
to the big
event.
screen in a new Star Wars movie.
Yep. Baby Yoda's next adventure will take the young alien seen only on the hit Star Wars streaming services to movie theaters. Was I right on 2025? The first feature film inspired by the Mandalorian series will start production this year. Walt Disney's Lucasfilm said on Tuesday. The title character and helmeted bounty hunter and his companion, known as Baby Yoda or Grogu, debuted on the Disney Plus stream in 2019. Maybe I guess there's not. I thought I saw a date, so maybe I'm wrong. It could be in 2026 then. So that John Favreau, creator of the series, will direct the movie.
Favreau.
The movie's going to be called The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
That's the name.
Huh.
They did not announce a release date. Okay. Pedro Pascal, who plays the Mandalorian in the series, is expected to return to the role.
Wow.
There you go.
So, yeah, that'll be cool. I like Mandalorian. They're going to make another Rey movie. You heard that? That's what I heard.
Oh, I thought they weren't going to do another one. Or is that just what I was wishing for?
You were wishing they weren't going to make another one, but I think they're actually going to make another Rey movie. I don't know. I don't know why they just are like stuck. They're going to beat that. They're going to keep beating that dead horse.
Tower of Terror. I love the Tower of Terror. It didn't mess my.
I don't really follow all the Star Wars drama, but it's been filling up my YouTube feed. Something about
Really?
the director of it too. It's a woman, but she said something that was kind of off-putting. I can't remember. It keeps coming into my feed. It's like Star Wars drama. How did I get Star Wars drama?
How do you get Star Wars drama, Pop Brad?
I don't know. I get in all these feeds. Like in my feed, I'm getting all this Star Wars drama stuff. It's like,
BS instead. What's still a Star Wars movie? I guess it's really not Star Wars, but Star Wars. What? Want to say
there is no new Star Wars movie coming out. It's just. I was trying to read that. It's just a movie with Star Wars title, but more ideology BS instead.
Yep.
Papa Brad's Gaming. The Rey movie is a new Star Wars film, which is not a Star Wars film. So disappointing. Just in case it wasn't clear from the last statement, Video Game Vegas, let's put it on the record. Video Game Vegas is not a fan of the Rey movies.
It's based on Star Wars.
Based
How's
on
that?
Star Wars. Okay.
Game Vegas. How's that? It's based on the Star Wars. Based on Lucasfilm.
I like the original trilogy. Beyond that, it is meh.
Yeah, I agree. I like some of the backstories though. Like
Kathleen Kennedy said she likes to make men feel uncomfortable.
Well, fire her ass. You're fired.
She needs to go. She needs to go. She's been involved with a lot of good movies, but she's not been doing Star Wars any favors.
Jason says the Rey movie.
Not doing Star Wars any favors. They're killing the Star Wars. I love the original 3 movies. They are pushing too much. Marine 50 says.
Yeah, I like the original 3, and I like the next 3 after that too. But it was still based on the original.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like some of them.
A prequel series. The
I
prequel
like
series at least got better. Like the prequel series at least got better as you watch them.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the Clone Wars. It wasn't too bad.
Nah, I don't mind them.
I don't mind any of them, actually. I mean, to be honest, even bad Star Wars, I'll still watch it. I don't know why. I still like it in general.
I got to get through those.
I don't love it though. Not like the classics. Not like the original trilogy, but
even the next 6 weren't, or next 3 weren't. The prequels weren't.
It's hard to hit it's hard to put that lightning back in a bottle, and get that magic that they got out of the first 3.
Remember when they put the first 3, he added some scenes and put them back in movie theaters?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was around 95, too.
Yeah.
I went and saw them all in the movie theater again. It's kind of cool to see it again.
T. McCloskey. We all know that Han fired first. Han fired first.
Yep.
We all know that. We all know that.
People
I don't
did
care. I don't care what George Lucas says.
anything.
Oh, it was editing. It was an editing error. No, that's
Sure.
the way it needs to be.
It wasn't editing. I don't know why he wants to deny that. Wants to
Yeah, the
make
Force
Solo
is
look
female,
better.
and the only Star Wars films are the original trilogy, pre-special edition, CRA, and the letter P. Well, Rogue One was okay. Rogue One was good.
Crap, Papa Brady says.
Han
Pre-special
shot
crap.
first. Han
Hashtag.
shot first.
Man,
Hashtag.
people were doing like slow mos and all that on that scene. It was so funny.
Man, how many times did
1977.
you live through the original release of Star Wars? I mean, how many did you go see it when it was originally in the movie theaters, or was that pre your time?
Nah, we saw it 6 or 7 times in the movie theater.
Yeah, I did too. I remember it was so popular. There were lines down the street
Oh,
to go
man,
in and
yes.
see the movie.
You-
That's the only time I remember there was actually like really long lines to go see the movie.
Only other one that had a really big line was the first Indiana Jones. That one had a big line.
Yeah.
At least where I lived had a big line because of Harrison Ford from being in Star Wars. I think
I remember in
in
1977, that movie was so revolutionary that like when the movie was over, people were just like spellbound and they just started clapping. Like the whole audience, everyone just started clapping. It's like, yeah, more of this, more of this.
Yeah, I saw it 6 or 7 times the original one.
I know.
7
It was
times.
like there was nothing like that, man. Back before that came out, there was nothing on that level. It was so far above and so much more advanced than anything that was out. They totally they flipped the entire script,
Goofy Foot said he saw it on opening day. We couldn't see it on opening day. My mom and dad had to go see it for us first, make sure that it was appropriate for us to go see it. But we ended up seeing it 7 times. Remember, people would be on people get interviewed on the news. I saw it 20 times.
Yeah.
People are trying to outdo everybody. I saw it this many times. It's crazy. It was crazy. I mean, that whole.
It was crazy. It was so ahead of its time.
Yeah. I mean, that's all everybody was talking about on that first one. Man, did you see Star Wars? That movie is so cool. And then when all the toys started coming out, for everybody would want to have all these action figures for Star Wars.
Yeah.
That Christmas.
Yep. And all you got was a piece of cardboard. The action figure set. We're going to sell you this piece of cardboard with the first couple figures. Merry Christmas. Here's a piece of cardboard. Hey, they had no idea it was going to be such a big hit. The studio didn't really believe in Star Wars. It kind of was just good enough that it didn't matter. But they didn't think Star Wars was going to be a big hit like it became.
Even George Lucas didn't think so, and that's why he started off with the New Hope.
It's
the best one.
Yeah, it's the combination of like all of it together, like the editing, the music, the special effects. But the studio was not. They weren't 100% behind it. They didn't think it was going to be that successful.
Yeah, I think they didn't want to do the movie, play it, whatever. I mean, I think the first people he pitched it to, I think they balked on it and said no. If I remember right. But what do you think would happen if they started out with the first movie? Episode 1. Do you think it still would have been a big hit? Because he chose New Hope because he thought that was the best of the 6 movies.
It was to me, it's a perfect movie. I mean, it starts off in the middle of the story. You can really start in the middle,
Yep.
And it has good action. It has a good conclusion. The whole thing with the Death Star trench run. I mean, there was nothing like that. It brought back like reminded me of the World War I movies with the jet fighter planes. The Red Baron and the planes, the aerial dogfights and stuff. Just everything in it was so well crafted,
Yep.
And it had no, T. McCloskey, no CGI.
Yeah.
Pre-CGI. I mean, now the problem with movies is like everything is CGI. To me, that stuff's not as. It just doesn't feel like when they use practical effects. It just doesn't have
Yeah,
as
it's
much magic.
like the
There's
laser.
there's
is-
something that just feels off, no matter how good they do the CGI. It just, to me, it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm old school. I like the practical effects. I know they're really expensive to do. Everything's done on a computer anymore. But
Yeah, like
I-
all the
I did-
droids were people in costumes. Lasers,
Yeah.
laser shoots were just like scratches on the film. They would just scratch the film,
Yeah.
like the lasers and stuff. Can you imagine playing like the robots in that thing, man? When they were out in those damn deserts.
That's
Oh, man.
crazy, man.
They had to be
Crazy.
freaking sweating their asses off. in
I
that.
know, man.
I mean, think about all those robots they used. Not just C-3PO and R2-D2. You had these other ones too that people were all inside. It's like those weren't robots. I think maybe a couple were remote controlled, like that one, the Jawa one.
Yeah, a
That
few of
one-
them were, but a lot of them
Yeah,
had people in them.
Yeah, like the Jawas when that one blew up. I think that was nobody inside there. That was actually remote control, I think. Yeah, that was way before. CGI, especially with people, doesn't work because their eyes don't move. You really look into their eyes. They're not like looking around. They just had that blank stare. That's how I can tell if it's a real person or not.
Yeah.
You just look at their eyes. They have that blank stare. It's like, yep, that's not real.
That's
they're
the way
getting
they
pretty
do,
good.
though. They're getting better, but
They're getting better.
I do miss practical effects in movies.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I didn't think Kathleen Kennedy would still have a job after the sabotage she committed. So many people were up in roar too, and I really
I
thought
don't understand how she stays. How does she keep her position? Like people hate the new Star Wars. A lot of people do.
Does she have dirt on somebody over there, Papa Brad? Does she have
I don't know. Like what is the deal? What is the deal? I mean, and the thing is, like they gave her a turn to ruin it. Like just let someone else ruin it for a while. She ruined it plenty.
Yeah.
Give someone else a chance to ruin
yeah.
it for us.
Yeah, give somebody else a chance.
She's making the wrong choices. It's not what Star Wars fans want.
I know. I think she's got some dirt on somebody over there.
She must
Like,
have some dirt on
you gonna let me go? Remember this?
Remember this? I got this. Remember that party? Remember that party back in 1985?
I got video or
I got video
photos.
of you. Yeah, video and photos.
Makes you wonder, man, because I've heard like years ago that she was going to be gone, and all of a sudden she's still there.
She was a producer under Spielberg. When she went on her own, she started lashing out. Okay, Jason says. Yeah, she's like connected to a lot of great movies. A lot of movies we love.
She is, yeah.
Honestly, I mean, if you look at it, the pre-work she did, she's on the titles of a lot of the movies that we love.
Yeah, she just ruined Star Wars, though. Go back and do some other movies. Get out of the Star Wars business. Go on, get. You had enough time in that space. Time to go somewhere else.
Okay, Video Games Vegas coming in with some more Star Wars knowledge. He's dropping the knowledge on our show. By the way, we are so lucky to have Video Game Vegas here. If you're not subscribed to the Video Game Vegas channel, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Go over there and drop him a sub. Kathleen Kennedy is still making Star Wars because the heads at Disney don't make Star Wars films. She pushes their agendas with special effects in the background.
That is true.
It's sad to say that statement is pretty much correct.
Yep.
It's sad to say.
Yep. There you go. That is she does push the Disney agenda. Yes, she does. And see, she must do a really good job at it. Yeah, Jason said she did the best when she was working with her husband, Frank Marshall, at the time. Yeah, Frank Marshall was pretty good too.
Carlos stirring the pot. He's stirring the pot. We love Video Game Vegas as long as he doesn't bring up Jong. Poor Jong, man. He gets a lot of hate. Guy gets a lot of hate.
Ray says, I think Kathleen Kennedy poisoning movies, at least the Star Wars movies.
Video Game Vegas loves all.
Yeah. I love you, man. All right, Pop Brad, we want to wrap
Let's
this
wrap
up.
it up. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it
man,
up.
we've been in there 3 hours, man. We were only supposed to do an hour and a half show. What happened, Pop Brad?
This
What
was
happened?
supposed to be the short show. What did you do to me again, T. McCloskey?
You did it. I blame you this time, sucker.
Ahsoka, did you finish it or not? Did you
I did
finish
not.
all of them? Did you watch them all?
I'm
You
on
could not
5.
even make it through them. You could. It's been weeks, T. McCloskey. I watched them all so we could talk about it. But you can't even watch them all.
I want to watch the last 5.
That says
though,
how
whatever
bad
it
it is. Like you can't even finish it so we can have a discussion.
I was
In the
like,
chat, who in the chat has watched Ahsoka? Anyone in the chat watched Ahsoka? Besides Papa Brad?
I'm liking
I
Ahsoka.
actually one shot it. I watched it from the first one to the last one. I just marathoned it all the way through.
My wife doesn't like it, so I have to wait till she goes to bed to watch it.
Really?
That's the problem.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, this again."
Again.
So I gotta wait till she goes to bed, and then half the time I'm damn tired myself when I fall asleep trying to watch it. That's how good it is, Papa Brad. I fell asleep.
When did Star Wars become so not sexy too? I mean, like,
Kathleen Kennedy,
male chauvinist pig or whatever, but
Kathleen Kennedy pushing Disney agenda.
Princess Leia at least was hot. I mean, she was
hot.
She was
Empire
hot.
Strikes Back.
Slave Leia suit.
Oh, what do we see behind Papa Brad? We see Leia up there.
She's up there. She's up there where she should be as an icon of cinema that's
right
past.
above Grogu. She's right above Grogu if nobody noticed.
But what I'm saying is Ahsoka has all these hot women in it, and like they're just like they like purposely make them unattractive. It's like I don't get it. It's like I'm not saying you have to objectify women or anything. That's not what Papa Brad's saying. I'm just saying like
Papa Brad got muted.
Yeah. Oh, did I get muted?
Only for that one little brief statement you made. It cut out.
Wow.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't touch nothing.
Oh wow, I got muted, man. This stream's gonna get
YouTube's
demonetized. I pushed the wrong button. I pushed the wrong button, asking for Star Wars to actually put some little bit of sexiness back into it. There's nothing sexy about Star Wars anymore. I mean, Rosario Dawson is a smokestack, but what they did with her Ahsoka, her outfit was not attractive. What's her name? Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's like pretty attractive. They could not have made her less attractive in that movie with her outfits. Just to me, I don't know. I don't. Why can't they just make it more entertaining? You know what I mean?
Because they have an agenda to push, Papa Brad.
It's an agenda. It's an agenda. You know,
they're pushing the agenda.
It's an agenda. It's an agenda.
Like who said that? Was it Jason? Who said that?
The world's upside down. Exactly, Ray. Exactly, Ray. What happened? What happened?
Disney?
You know,
Disney.
What happened?
Disney.
Even Natalie Portman was kind of hot in the movies. Like all the Star Wars women are not hot anymore. You know, I don't know where they went off the rails, but they really went off the rails with the Star Wars girls in the movies.
I know where it went off rails.
Disney happened. Video Game Vegas clearly states that was the change.
It was.
Yeah.
Disney. Yep.
Woke
Disney,
happened.
and they got Kathleen Kennedy, and they're pushing their agenda. The Disney agenda is real. Now let's all take a Bud Light. Let's all drink a Bud Light.
Yeah, I'm not saying the whole time, but there's not even one moment in it that there's any of that. I know what you're saying. It's not supposed to have form-fitting sex appeal. I understand that, but I'm just saying there's none of that ever anymore in Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't think they're
too much estrogen. T. McCloskey. There's too much estrogen.
Yeah, it's just
in these Star Wars movies.
They're
ruining it for everyone.
Well, the thing is, Star Wars is a huge title, and they're using that title to push their agenda.
Yeah, that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be about entertainment.
It's not anymore. That's why you have movies and TV shows the way you have them, because they're all pushing the same Hollywood agenda.
Carrie Fisher used to tell that story all the time to embarrass George. Which one? The story about her not wearing a bra in the original Star Wars? She was full of stories. She was a troublemaker. Carrie Fisher was. Carrie Fisher was a wild card. They had a hard time reining her in.
Yep.
But even so, I mean, there's nothing wrong. Princess Leia was a strong female character.
Yep.
She was a strong character, and that's what's missing. Like, she wasn't an overpowered, invincible juggernaut, though. Not like these female characters that are in the current Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, Ahsoka. I mean, when you can have a lightsaber thrust through your body, and in the next episode you're perfectly fine, I have to ask, what Star Wars am I watching? Where you can get a lightsaber, something that can cut apart a steel door inside of a spaceship. When that goes through your body, and in the next episode you're perfectly fine. I mean, that's a bit of a jump for me.
Yep.
You know what? You got to just accept. You got to let it go sometimes and just roll with it. But I'm just saying. I mean, that's some odd writing choices.
Yeah. Green 50s. They did the same thing with Marvel movies. Yep.
Yeah, they started off good. And they've slowly milked out all the enjoyment.
Yeah.
Lucas is correct. No gravity, no bra needed. He was correct.
Yep.
He was correct. Brad, exactly what I said. These lightsabers are lower quality due to the supply chain. Exactly.
You know what? I don't watch anymore.
It's like I have to watch. I don't know. It's just
Marvel.
I still want Star Wars to be great again. I still have to watch, but just because I have such love for the franchise, but it's just it could be so much better, honestly.
They take the agenda out of it, but
if you look at The Mandalorian, it started off great and slowly has went downhill. First season of The Mandalorian, to me, is still probably the best one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it was pretty good writing in that one.
It's pretty good writing. It's kind of I don't hate it, any of them, but I mean, like this last season was the first time I was like, what are they doing? When they went off the storyline, and then there was the guy with the glasses that really had nothing to do with anything. They had the last season, Jack Black.
Stupid.
What's Jack Black doing in there? That was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Mandalorian shouldn't be flying around in that damn ship.
Ridiculous.
Stupid. I thought they would just have it in like 1 or 2 episodes and then bring back his, other ship
or some different cool ship. Yeah, Mandalorian doesn't even get a cool ship. Han Solo had the Millennium Falcon.
Well, he had a cool ship in the first season. They took it away from him.
They blew it up. They're like, we can't even give you the cool ship. The cool ship's getting blown up. I'm sorry. Imagine if you were Stern Pinball and you themed your entire pinball machine around that ship as a prop, and then they blow it up. Man,
Studios did.
They had to be hating life, man. They had to be like, what the whole pinball table right in the center of it. It's the main prop.
Yeah, I mean, I thought 1 or 2 episodes they would have that new ship, and then the lady on Tatooine, I thought she was going to rebuild his ship or find one, similar to that one. It never happened, Pop Brad. So stupid. That ship is so stupid. Well, we'll keep it for season 2 and 3. It's like, get rid of the damn ship. It's dumb. I mean, I would be embarrassed if I was him.
Yeah.
Are you seriously? That's your ship? You're a Mandalorian. Oh wow, yeah.
I haven't watched Andor. I might need to marathon Andor. Did you watch Andor?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Thumbs up overall.
I liked it.
I'll have to watch it. I haven't watched it.
And you know who Andor is, right? He's the one that helped steal the Death Star.
Plans for the Death Star.
Yeah, it's his it's his backstory before that all happened, and they set it up for a season 2. The way they ended season 1, you can have a season 2. Mike Hawk asks, "Is there any updates on the new Waves Zoltar?" They were supposed to come out in Q4 last year. They haven't come out. I haven't heard anything new on that one. They still even on their webpage it still says estimated ship date Q4 2023. I would think that's coming out soon. I mean, I've seen people show it, so some people have their hands on that thing. I'm not sure why they haven't shipped. Something happened with that, but that's all I know on that. I do. I like Baby Yoda too.
Oh yeah, I love Baby Yoda's great. It's a great add to the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, and he's what, 50? He's supposed to be 50 years old. He's still a baby at 50.
Still a baby.
Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they do good on that movie.
When I went to Waybacks, the Mandalorian pinball table had some mods done to it. One of them was, the little ball that he's always playing with in the show, the little gear shifter ball.
Yeah.
They had switched out the plunger rod for that little ball that the Baby Yoda's always playing with. I thought that was pretty cool. They had some extra ships on the. If you look real careful at the pinball on the short, my shorts that I put up, there's some extra little ships and stuff on the play field.
That's cool.
Fun when you play a table where people care about, the overall experience.
Yep. All right, let's wrap this up.
That's it, man. That's it.
Okay,
thanks for watching, and as always, stay legit.
Stay legit. Have a great night, everybody, and thanks for hanging out with us. And thanks for the membership gifts. Can't remember all
so much.
Well, did them. High scores did it. Jason did it. Carl did it. Somebody else did it too. I can't remember. But
welcome to the channel. Welcome to Arcade Talk. Are we switching? Are we switching? Are we going to start talking about action figures?
No.
Are we going to start talking about just Stern Pinball only?
No.
No. We are a home arcade channel. We're not going anywhere. Love home arcade. It's going to stay that way too. It's all about the games and the people.
All about the games.
That's right.
Not about the drama. It's about the games. That's what we like over here. The games.
Thank you to all of our great moderators, all of our friends with wrenches to keep our stream clean.
Like a month.
That's right.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully see you Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully you guys will be there. We'll be talking about more games and stuff. So hopefully see you on Saturday. Have a great night. Have a great Friday. And stay legit. Peace out, everybody.
T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk live stream. Welcome to Arcade Wars.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming tonight. We're gonna do the Arcade Talk show. Yeah, that's right here. The Arcade Talk show. That's right, we're gonna do it tonight. Come on, people, let's do it. Let's do the show. What show is that? That's the Arcade Talk show. Yeah, who's on tonight, you ask? You know who it is. P. McCluskey. And who else? You know who it is? Papa.